fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
You ever feel like your money is just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money is always doing something.
Like what?
Like automatically pushing more to savings so you can take that trip.
I like trips.
Who doesn't? It even tracks your progress. You're almost there.
Wow, I better pack.
And it charts your spending so you know which vacation hat you can afford.
How does it know I like hats?
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
When it comes to your cancer diagnosis, the choice for your care is clear.
And when you choose the James at Ohio State,
you're opting for care from a highly specialized team dedicated to treating one type of cancer, yours.
A team that studies the unique makeup of your disease to develop a personalized treatment plan.
You're choosing our region's only comprehensive cancer center designated by the National Cancer Institute.
For your cancer care, the choice is clear. The James at Ohio State.
The Fan. Ohio sports destination. Now back to the Toyota Buckeye pregame show on the Ohio State Sports Network. Presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
Michigan State coach Tom Izzo, thanks as always for your time, Tom. I know your game with UCLA, there were a lot of things that went well. Was defense kind of at the top of the list for you?
Yeah, we got back to defending. You know, we did such a poor job at Wisconsin, and as you know, Wisconsin is a funny team too because they left us, went to you. I think they made 100 threes against us and not many against you. So, and maybe that was good defense on Ohio State's part, and yet I still say you live by the three, die by the three, you know, and neither one of our teams here today will be doing that. Yeah, our defense is going to be important because the defend, rebound, and run has been our mantra for 30 years.
Yeah. Looking at the assist numbers, does that speak, Tom, to the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, it really does. You know, our guys do share the ball, and, our point guard has done a pretty good job now distributing it, and he's getting it to people at the right time. We're, in general, making some shots, which we hadn't been doing, and our fast break, we get some points off that if guys are sharing the ball. So I'd say that one of the strengths of this team has been their togetherness.
Speaking of your point guard, Jeremy Fears, does his talent just continue to escalate with more experience?
Yeah, you remember now, 10 games into his freshman year is when he got the injury, and he was out, missed that whole summer, really, so he didn't get to improve. Sophomore year, he was better, but then he had a good summer last year, and I think that's a big part of it, maturing, sure, getting older, sure, but I think just getting to practice full go really helped him. His shot is starting to get better. It's still not a strength of his, but he is improving in that area. But it's like, you hear in pro ball a lot of times with quarterbacks, the game starts slowing down. I think the game has slowed down a little bit for him. And of course, with Thornton, I think is one of the best, his whole time there. So it should be a hell of a duel at the point.
Yeah, I think so. When you look at Cohen Carr, what he's done, Tom, is he becoming a more all-rounded player?
That's what he is. He's becoming, everybody knows he couldn't shoot the ball in the ocean for a while there, and that was tough on him. But he really put a lot of time in this spring, summer, and fall, and he is starting to make some shots now. But I think he's improved his leadership. He's improved his defense. Believe it or not, still the area that we're not really excited about is he doesn't rebound as good for a guy who can jump right out of the gym. He has his moments when he does, but consistently, you'd like to get him up at 6'7" instead of 4'3" and 4 or 5. So, constantly improving. Coach never happy. Nothing's changed here, Paul.
Has Jordan Scott been a big plus as of late?
A pleasant surprise. We all have him. I think Bynum's a good player too for you guys, but he's getting better and better. Sometimes freshmen improve if they get opportunities to play, and both guys have gotten opportunities to play. But this kid, he came from Grand Hills High School, a very good school, and he's got a high basketball IQ, and again, that's something that I don't think we appreciate as much. We say it with a point guard, but when other people have high basketball IQs, he reminds me of Max Christie, the kid we had. Now, he's not quite the same, not quite as good offensively in some areas, but he might be even better defensively, and he rebounds the ball. He plays with a sense of urgency, and we thought, Paul, when we got him, it'll take a year or two because he's skinny, he's scrawny, he's not that tough, he's not that aggressive. And, boy, he stuck it up my tail on that because he's done a hell of a job in that area.
Sounds good. Michigan State coach Tom Izzo, thanks as always for your time, Tom.
Thanks, Paul.
We'll have more when we continue on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Buckeye fans, this is for you. Level up with the brand new AAA Buckeyes MVP membership. You'll receive all the benefits of AAA, such as 24/7 roadside assistance, plus chances to win tickets to Ohio State sporting events, access to exclusive MVP experiences, along with 10% off select gear at the Ohio State team shop. Already a AAA member? Add the Buckeyes MVP membership for free. Head to AAA.com/Buckeyes to upgrade or join the squad and put your fandom in drive.
Running around is a requirement on the court, but it shouldn't be the norm for grocery shopping. Get everything in one place at Giant Eagle, with produce delivered daily, meat and seafood expertly cut by our team, and bread and desserts baked in store. Fresh is our thing. With My Perks rewards, everyday low prices, and weekly deals, saving is simple. Shop at Giant Eagle, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. For freshness, quality, and savings in one stop, Giant Eagle, because it matters.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
Now, getting ahead in this world is not as complicated as it might seem. Having the early guidance and counsel of your community banker, one who knows you and your family's story, can make a great deal of difference. Relationships matter. Bank on community banking. I'm Scott McComb. Coming over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hear every Buckeye game every year. The Fan.
Kroger Pickup is the easy way to get what you want right when you need it. Try Kroger Pickup today on the Kroger app or at Kroger.com. Ohio State playing at Michigan State. We'll take a look at an eventful Saturday in the Big Ten when we continue with our Toyota Buckeye pregame show on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Around here, it's all-wheel drive all year round, and Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anyone. Now through March 2nd, get 4.99 APR financing on a new 26 Corolla or Corolla Hybrid, excludes GR and Corolla Cross, or lease a new gas-powered Corolla LE for $199 a month for 39 months with $36.99 due at signing, with approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details, or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
APRO has been family-owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? APRO has you covered. APRO is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
The Fan. The Fan. Ohio sports destination. You're listening to the Toyota Buckeye pregame show on the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
Our broadcast position is sponsored by Union Home Mortgage, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State athletics. Learn about their 1% down payment program at UHM.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229. Ohio State playing at Michigan State today, but it was an eventful Saturday involving Big Ten teams. We'll start with number 1 Michigan falling to Duke last night in a game that was played in Washington, D.C. Cameron Boozer with 18 points, 10 rebounds, holding Michigan to 40% shooting and ending the Wolverines' 11-game winning streak. An impressive win by the Blue Devils, Ron.
Well, start right there with their defense, Paul. The lowest scoring productivity for Michigan the entire year with their 63 points. And, you know, it was the other way for Michigan doing that to their opposition, but give Duke a lot of credit. That was a big reason why they won that basketball game. But they have an All-American on their team in Boozer as a freshman, doing the things that he's doing at an extreme level. And you don't get a win against Michigan unless you're able to deal with their strength on their inside. They have one of arguably the best front line in all of America, but Duke was able to match that, Paul. They did a really good job defensively. I thought their defense on Michigan's perimeter players, their guards for Michigan were 2 of 14 for beyond the arc. As a team, they were only 24%. So there are all those things that they did well, but specifically how they guarded the perimeter.
Yeah, just Michigan's second loss. There's still a lot to be done by the Wolverines. Late last night, for those who didn't stay up with it all the way to the end, 10th-ranked Illinois, who at one point had a 23-point lead in the first half, lost in overtime at UCLA, 95-94. How about the Bruins? Give them credit for coming back the way they did.
I was one of those folks who turned the TV off, Paul, not because I was tired, but they were down 33-10. That UCLA had lost the 2 previous games, 23 points to Michigan State, 30 to Michigan. I said, okay, they're giving up again. In fact, and listening to the post-game comments of Donovan Dent, who was extremely impactful, he said they had a team meeting and they basically gave up in the one game that they lost, and they felt that they need to come together, and boy did they do it in a major way. 15 assists, no turnovers. The guard from New Mexico, he has definitely taken ownership of that team. Big reason why they won in overtime.
Yeah, made a driving basket going the length of the court, very similar to a play made by Tyus Edney for the Bruins way back in the 90s in the NCAA tournament. And this is their second home court win over a top 10 team. Very impressive for a UCLA team that some people aren't certain if they will or won't be in the NCAA tournament.
Two quad one wins, Paul. You're talking about a win earlier against Purdue and now Illinois. Those are 2 teams that top 10 in the nation, and you get wins. And I tell you, I was very impressed when I woke up this morning. I saw the box, and they could have easily have given up, Paul, being down by 23 points after those deflating losses that they had prior to. But you got to give the team credit. You give their head coach Mick Cronin and their staff, because they really got those guys to respond in a major way. And I thought the bench production, Xavier Booker, you look at it, he scored all of the 16 bench points of UCLA. And anytime you get that productivity, we talked about what Ohio State needs there, but what a win by UCLA.
No surprise that Nebraska bounced back and beat Penn State.
No, not at all. And then you think about what they're trying to do to stay in that upper top 4 or 5, but great win. Exciting Saturday for Big Ten basketball.
Yeah, Price Sanford with 33 for the Cornhuskers, who it gets talked about a lot. They're the only team out there, major D1 team, that has never won an NCAA tournament game. It's Ohio State playing at Michigan State. Coach Jake Diebler coming up next. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
Running around is a requirement on the court, but it shouldn't be the norm for grocery shopping. Get everything in one place at Giant Eagle, with produce delivered daily, meat and seafood expertly cut by our team, and bread and desserts baked in store. Fresh is our thing. With My Perks rewards, everyday low prices, and weekly deals, saving is simple. Shop at Giant Eagle, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. For freshness, quality, and savings in one stop, Giant Eagle, because it matters.
When you're here, you understand what it means to be a Buckeye. And at Elk & Elk, we're proud to wear scarlet and gray every Saturday. Every client, every day, means if you're ever injured, we're proud to stand with you in court. And when you're here at the shoe, we're proud to stand with you and cheer on the Buckeyes.
Whether we're here at the big game or in court, we are committed to you.
Elk & Elk, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Around here, it's all-wheel drive all year round. And Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anyone, like the best-selling Camry. Now through March 2nd, get 4.99 APR financing on a new 26 Camry. Or lease a new Camry LE for just $279 a month for 39 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Always and forever your home of the Buckeyes. Home of the Buckeyes. The Band. It's time for our pregame conversation with head coach Jake Diebler. Presented by Kroger on the Ohio State Sports Network.
Ohio State at Michigan State this afternoon. Time to talk with head coach Jake Diebler. And with the game Tuesday against Wisconsin, I know there were a lot of things to like, but was the defensive effort high up on the list, Jake?
Yeah, this is now 2 games in a row where I think our defense has shown improvement, and our communication and execution on that side of the ball has been improved. And, rebounding is a critical thing. It's been an area of growth for us and focus all season long. And, last few games we did a better job with that. It's going to be huge today against one of the best rebounding teams in the country. But like the momentum we have on the defensive side of the ball heading into the game.
Is that leading to some offensive opportunities in the last couple?
Yeah, we want to be able to turn teams over and create some early offense for ourselves and give us an advantage early in the clock. And one of the ways you can do that and help your offense is to get live ball turnovers and get first-time rebounds and get out and run. So we're really good when we have an opportunity to do that. We just got to manufacture more of those.
With all the things that Bruce Thornton does, is what he does and his strength on defense play a big part in that?
Yeah, he's got an ability to guard bigger guys. He's got an ability to guard small, fast guards. His versatility on the perimeter is important for us. We've asked him, most every game to guard the other team's best perimeter player. So he's, somewhat of an anchor for us defensively, and he's stepped up to the challenge several times this year, and it's going to be a big one today.
All right, we'll talk more when we continue on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Your home for Ohio State athletics, The Fan. Now back to the Toyota Buckeye pregame show on the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
Ohio State at Michigan State this afternoon. With the way Devin Royal played the other night, Jake, is that a symbol of the resiliency that you've talked about both as a team and individually?
Yeah, it's something we've worked on. We've tried to build, tried to instill in guys, and our team has embraced that mentality and approach. And Devin was a great example of that. Certainly struggled the game before, but responded in a big way like good players do. So there's going to be adversity in every game. I thought we handled the adversity of the Wisconsin game really well as a team, which speaks to that same characteristic. But yeah, really impressive of what Devin was able to do, how he was able to bounce back.
With what we're seeing from Taysom Chapman, is there a rhythm now?
I think we're seeing improved confidence. I think we're seeing a guy who's building trust with his teammates out there and building trust with me. So, there's no perfection required to play major minutes for us. He's created, he's been more reliable defensively, which has, given me great confidence in playing him longer. And I think he's building some conditioning and playing more minutes. He got fatigued in the Virginia game. I thought he played, you could see a guy out there against Wisconsin who, looked more comfortable. I thought his conditioning and the level at which he was able to play at was sustained longer. All that stuff's great improvement for a guy, remember, who, this is the first full season of college basketball he's had, and just proud of the way he's fought through the adversity of this season, and certainly the adversity of the last few years. But he's a big part of what we're doing right now, and he's got to continue to perform at a high level for us.
You mentioned rebounding against Michigan State. I know there are other concerns, but is that one of the biggest ones?
Yeah, that's I think the game really starts, when the ball's shot in this one. So we have to be tough and physical on the glass. If we can, rebound first time, we can get out and run, and that can be an advantage for us. But they're really good. They play with great physicality. We got to play with great physicality today. We got to keep them out of transition, another big key. But, they're one of the best rebounding teams in the country. It's going to be a big part of the game.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jake. All the best today.
Yep. Thanks. Go Bucks.
All right. That's Ohio State head coach Jake Diebler and our pregame show, as always, is brought to you by Kroger. Kroger Pickup is the easy way to get what you want right when you need it. Try Kroger Pickup today in the Kroger app or at Kroger.com. The Toyota Buckeye pregame show has been brought to you statewide by State Farm on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
And brought to you locally by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers on your home of the Buckeyes. Live and local weekdays beginning at 6 a.m. with T-Bone and Tybus on the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
From the first whistle to the final play, being a Buckeye fan calls for commitment and support. Nature Made vitamins are your winning play. From the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand, Nature Made is made to care for fans on game day and every day. So you can go all in on big wins, tough losses, and still show up for your team every time. Nature Made, proud vitamin and supplement sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Hey, college hoops fans, it's sideline reporter Molly McGrath teaming up with Evan Williams Bourbon to welcome you to Bourbon Nation, the home of game day spirit. From the couch to courtside, Evan Williams is with you for every tip-off and buzzer beater. Because we might be divided by the score, but we're united by the pour. Find a bottle near you at evanwilliams.com and make this extra-aged Kentucky bourbon a part of your game day tradition. Go Buckeyes! Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky, 43% alcohol by volume, must be 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. From Learfield, it's time for Ohio State basketball with Paul Keels and Ron Stokes. Buckeye basketball is brought to you statewide by the American Dairy Association Mideast, State Farm, and by AEP Energy on the Ohio State Sports Network. Presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics. And brought to you locally by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers on your home of the Buckeyes. Live and local weekdays beginning at 6 a.m. with T-Bone and Tybus on the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Life is more fun with a pal. So is pizza. So check out Donato's $5 Pizza Pals menu. Order any large pizza and add on your choice of a sub, salad, wings, a 10-inch pizza, and more for just $5 each. Order your favorite $5 Pizza Pals from Donatos.com today. More toppings, more flavor, more fun. Donatos. Gotta love more.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
Now, where can you get a full suite of business banking services served up by well-trained, caring employees with unquestionable integrity? It's right here at Heartland. Relationships matter. I'm Scott McComb. Come over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
The Fan. Ohio sports destination.
East Lansing, Michigan, and the Breslin Center is where Ohio State plays today. The Buckeyes 17-9, 9-6 in the Big Ten, facing 15th-ranked Michigan State Spartans at home, 21-5, 11-4 in the conference. Our Elk and Oak injury report: John Mobley will miss his third consecutive game because of his hand injury for Ohio State, and it will merit watching. At least as it has been indicated to us, Devin Royal will not be starting today. He has been dealing with illness like many of the other players. Puff Johnson will start in his place. We'll have to see if that is anything lingering. Meanwhile, Michigan State is without one of their players that had been playing for a good part of the year. Divine Ogachukwu is out for the season with a foot injury. Our injury report brought to you by Elk and Oak Serious Fans for Ohio State Athletics. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. So let's begin with the Devin Royal situation, Rod. Coming off a 25-point game in which he made a career-high 4 3-pointers against Wisconsin on Tuesday night. He's out there warming up. So if he's under the weather, maybe they're spacing his time out. Hard to tell.
Well, clearly he's out there on the floor. He's dressed, which means he's available. The question is, how effective will he be as a basketball player? But, Paul, he's coming off one of his best games in quite some time. And leading to that game against Wisconsin, he was 0 of 13 from the beyond the arc in 5 games. So it was a big bounce-back game, and you would hope that you can build on that momentum. And that's a major loss for a number of reasons. One, you got one game to deal with him not being out there. And number two, his strengths could really help Ohio State eliminate some of the strengths of Michigan State. So we'll see how Coach Diebler and Puff Johnson and the rest of the frontline players can adjust to him not being available at the beginning of the ballgame.
We talked about it before. Rebounding will be crucial. They're third best in the nation in rebound margin, Michigan State is.
Yeah, you got to put a body on someone, and you go to a couple guys. Christoph Tilley's got to be tough. He's got to be physical. You look at Ivan Nagovin. Once he gets in the ballgame, Paul, he's got to be more physical as well. This is something, rebounding is going to be a premium tonight. I love what Bruce Thornton has done in his career, but this year, Paul, in addition to his scoring, in addition to his assists, he is doing a phenomenal job of rebounding from the guard position. So a number of guys have got to do it to help this team impact this game by committee.
Ohio State coming off their most impressive win of the year, trying to follow it up with one that would be even more impressive, playing at Michigan State. Start of today's game coming up next. This is Buckeye Basketball from Learfield.
The best outcomes for treating cancer come from early detection and early diagnosis.
The James Cancer Diagnostic Center at Ohio State
is designed to provide rapid evaluation and a clear diagnosis.
We are transforming care by giving patients direct access
to cancer experts who study and treat cancer every day.
If you think you have cancer, the choice is clear.
Choose the James Cancer Diagnostic Center.
AEP Energy wants to know if you're ready to say goodbye to higher rates and hello to savings. Get your energy costs under control by locking in a fixed rate for your electricity supply. You'll lower your bills and get price protection from rising rates. Take control and lock in a low fixed rate. Visit aepenergy.com/OSU to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. AEP Energy is a competitive retail electrical and natural gas service provider and affiliate of Ohio Power Company, AEP Ohio. AEP Energy is not soliciting on behalf of and is not an agent of AEP Ohio.
Always and forever your Ohio State flagship station.
WBNS-FM HD.
Today at the Breslin Center, and we're having a lengthy introduction of a World War II veteran who's part of the color guard being presented. World War II veteran. There's unfortunately not as many of those around, Ron.
My goodness. What an honor, though, to be able to recognize him right now.
And now, the Michigan State Band in position, as all others are, for the playing here at the Breslin Center of the National Anthem.
Today is the Silver Eagles drill team under the command of Cadet Dickinson. Performing your national anthem today is the Spartan Brass, directed by Dr. Aris Golden.
Today's starting lineups brought to you by the American Dairy Association Mideast. A reminder from Ohio's dairy farmers, 8 ounces of delicious chocolate milk has 8 grams of high-quality protein with the power to fuel everyone, from elite athletes to weekend warriors. The starting lineup for the Ohio State Buckeyes of head coach Jake Diebler. Bruce Thornton, 6'2 senior from Fairburn, Georgia, 5th leading scorer in the Big Ten at 19.9 a game. Christoph Tilley, 7-foot senior from Berlin, Germany, 11.4 points, 4.7 rebounds. Amari Bynum, 6'8 freshman from Omaha, Nebraska, averaging 9.6 a game. Tayson Chapman making his third start, 6'4 sophomore from Minneapolis. He's averaging 4.3 and making his first start at Ohio State and the 32nd in his career. Donovan Puff Johnson, 6'8 six-year player from Moon Township, Pennsylvania. Transfer from North Carolina and Penn State. Johnson averaging 3.2. So again, for Ohio State, Bruce Thornton, Christoph Tilley, Amari Bynum, Puff Johnson, and Tayson Chapman will be the starters. The starting five for the Michigan State Spartans of Hall of Fame coach Tom Izzo is in his 31st season as the head coach here in East Lansing. Jeremy Fears, 6'2 sophomore from Joliet, Illinois, averages 15.1 a game and leads the nation in assists, coming into the game a total of 241 assists. Jackson Kohler, 6'10 senior from American Fork, Utah, 12.4 points and 9.3 rebounds. Cohen Carr, 6'6 junior from Stockbridge, Georgia, 11.9 and 5.2 rebounds. Carson Cooper, 6'11 senior from Jackson, Michigan, 10.8 points, 7.2 rebounds. And Jordan Scott, a 6'8 freshman from Reston, Virginia, averaging 5.8 and 3.2 rebounds. So again, for Michigan State, they're starting five: Jeremy Fears, Jackson Kohler, Cohen Carr, Carson Cooper, and Jordan Scott. The three officials, DJ Carstensen, Kelly Pfeiffer, and Jason Phillips. The series, Michigan State has the overall lead, 76-61. Spartans won the only meeting last year. That came in Columbus, 69-62. But one of the biggest wins in Jake Diebler's tenure as head coach at Ohio State came 2 years ago in this building when Dale Bonner, who had been struggling to shoot the three-pointer all season, canned one with 0.2 of a second left to give Ohio State a win. And Ron, the Buckeyes try for the first time to get back-to-back wins in the Breslin Center since 2010 and 2012.
Well, mission accomplished by Michigan State. They wanted to get the ball out of the hands of Bruce Thornton, but plan B was Dale Bonner, and boy, did he knock down an incredible shot. Paul, with 17 straight Big Ten games without a win on the road, and Ohio State was able to kind of nip that streak in the bud. But it was a big win for Jake Diebler, along with the win against Purdue and him earning the job as a head coach. But it's not going to be easy here today because Michigan State is playing some good basketball here of late. Obviously, their last ball game, they dominated UCLA, and they have one of the best point guards in the country and getting the ball to his teammates and assists.
Well, much like today, remember that game 2 years ago, Ohio State playing without one of their top players. Jamison Battle was out of that game because of a knee injury, but they were able to overcome that.
Yeah, the joke is that there's a photo of Jamison Battle celebrating after the win, after the game-winning shot by Dale Bonner, and it didn't look like he had any injury. He had to elevate it off the floor, but again, he was just excited for the team and obviously Dale Bonner and what he did.
Well, Michigan State, a team we mentioned, they are the third best in the nation when it comes to a rebounding margin of 12.5, third best in assists, averaging over 18 per game. They also one of the top 25 scoring teams in the nation, and even though their shooting numbers aren't where they've been in the past, it's a team that knows how to score in many different ways.
So when you look at a coach like Tom Izzo, who have been here so many years, Paul, he has an emphasis of what he wants as a team, right? Play fast, rebound, be tough. And he recruits those types of players. Obviously, they're skilled, but he recruits those players that can buy into that. And that's why consistently they are so efficient in those areas.
Well, Ohio State 4-3 on the road in the Big Ten with the wins they've been able to get on the conference away from home. But this is one of the most difficult environments for visiting teams to play in.
It's a basketball arena. They have a Hall of Fame coach, and he continues to recruit talented players every single year, Paul. That's why it's so difficult to come in here and try to get a win.
Yeah, 15,000 the capacity here, and it is more often than not always full. Well, the Spartans on the court in their home whites with green trim. Ohio State wearing traveling scarlet uniforms and gray and white trim. And again, the two changes necessitated in the starting lineup because of the injury to John Mobley, and we will take it as illness to Devin Royals. So it'll be Tayson Chapman, Puff Johnson, Christoph Tilley, Bruce Thornton, and Amari Bynum out there for Ohio State. Jeremy Fears, Jackson Kohler, Cohen Carr, Carson Cooper, Jordan Scott for Michigan State. The Buckeyes will be moving from left to right as we view things here at the Breslin Center. This is the first of back-to-back road games. They'll play Wednesday at Iowa. So it'll be Carson Cooper in the center circle with Tilley, and the tap controlled by Cooper behind him to Fears, so the Spartans start the ball. And Fears throws it away as he threw it behind Cohen Carr, who was on the left side of the court. He was running to the lane, and Fears threw it behind him.
And Coach Izzo is not happy.
That's a guy that leads the nation in assists that just committed a turnover.
I'm not sure is he upset at his guard or Cohen for not looking.
Maybe both. Thornton crossed the line left side for Ohio State. Buckeyes left to right with their first possession. Thornton dribbling top of the key. Fears on him. Gives it on the right point for Amari Bynum. Curls around, hands it off left of the key to Chapman, who throws a quick three. Off target. Rebound grab by Kohler for Michigan State with no score in the game. Fears will push it up the right side. Bring it to center circle. Man-to-man defense for Ohio State. Fears drifts to the left point. Fears still dribbling on Thornton. Gets the top of the key now. Cooper dumps in the lane where Kohler is fouled on the catch right into the rim by Amari Bynum.
Yeah, Kohler did a fantastic job, Paul, of sealing and forcing Amari Bynum to be on his backside. And that, when you get the ball passed to you like that, it's going to lead to a foul.
Fears from right of the backboard will throw it in play for Michigan State. From left of the board. Gets in the left corner where Scott will pull up, shoot it on the left wing off the dribble and hit it.
Yeah, he's playing so well for Michigan State now. Now he's in the starting lineup, Paul.
Jordan Scott makes it 2-0. Spartans on top. Opening moment of the game. Ohio State with the ball. Bruce Thornton starts into the right point against Fears. Thornton now dribbles top of the key, brings it around to the left point into a double team. Throws it on the right point to Bynum, who jumps up a three ball. No good. Bynum. A rebound ripped down by Kohler of Michigan State. 2-0 Spartans and leading and running as Fears brings it up the right side. Fears will now try and get top of the key behind a Kohler screen. Throws it to Kohler on the right point. Kohler's a three-point threat. Shovels it back center circle. Jeremy Fears. Shot clock at 17 as Fears and the Spartans have a 2-0 lead. Fears will throw it now. Scott on the left point. Looks and bounces down where it's handled short on the left corner by Kohler out of a double team. Throws it for Cooper out of bounds off the hands of Thornton, who is guarding Cooper. Spartans keep it up front with 7 on the shot clock.
Ohio State was connected there defensively, Paul. Big reason why they won against Wisconsin, because of their defense was fantastic in that situation. Double team, was able to weak side defense get the deflection.
Inbound will come from right of the backboard for Michigan State, who leads at 2-0. Looking inbound at his Fears, throws it in the right corner. Scott turn around, shot up, no good. Offensive rebound grabbed in the left corner. Kohler throws the ball where it's out of bounds. Went out of bounds off Puff Johnson, who was trying to deny the ball away from Fears. Spartans keep it up front with 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, smart play there by Jeremy Fears, realizing that he was about to go out of bounds. He threw it off of Puff Johnson.
So on the left sideline, it'll be Jordan Scott to throw it in play. 2 seconds on the shot clock for the Spartans, who lead at 2-0. Scott looking to throw it in play. Freshman looking still. Throws it out where it's caught top of the key by Cooper. He forces up a three-point shot that's an air ball. Sailing out of bounds as Tilly was right there on Carson Cooper.
Solid job defensively here so far. It was, a nice shot by Jordan Scott to put 2 points on the board, but Ohio State's defense has been pretty good to start this ball game.
2-0 Spartans a lead. Buckeyes the basketball as Tayson Chapman will bring it up the floor, making his 3rd consecutive start. Crosses the line left side where he's covered by Scott. Chapman dribbling with the right hand, throws between the circles to Bruce Thornton. Guarded by Fears and a man-to-man for Michigan State is Thornton, still holding it, goes now high on the right sideline to Christoph Tilly. Shot clock at 13. Tilly hands it top of the key for Chapman. He'll dribble to left point, throw it to Tilly in the lane. Off it'll go on the right point for Johnson, who throws a three. No good. Johnson, offensive rebound by him, but a whistle and a foul. And it is against Ohio State, it appears.
So Amari Bynum, are you? I'm surprised by that call. I thought he was hustling for the basketball. That's his second.
It sure is.
Wow, that's a big call there.
And Ivan Yagovin immediately off the bench. What we do not know, because of the change in the starting lineup, if Devin Royal is even available to play. And Jake Diebler is all over the official Kelly Pfeiffer over the foul call. So the Buckeyes playing with both 7-footers on the floor, trailing 2-0, 2 minutes into the game. And now they're in a zone defense. Michigan State's Fears starts it high on the left. Fears still dribbling, moves top of the key with the basketball, swings it on the left point for Scott. Scott holding it left of the key against Thornton, walks the top of the circle, throws to Fears on the right point. He'll dump it now right of the foul line for Kohler, who guns a three. No good. Kohler, offensive rebound. Scott down on the left block. The reset at Michigan State. Fears on the left point. Right wing Scott. He'll rifle a three up. No good. Scott. Rebound is batted around. Grabbed by Cooper to keep it alive for Michigan State, who leads at 2-0. Fears resets it head of the key. Now dribbles left to the foul line. Throws a pass on the right point for Jackson Kohler. Passes to Cooper. Knocked away by Tilly into the hands of Thornton for the steal for Ohio State, who trails 2-0. Thornton comes top of the key. Throws right point to Tayson Chapman. 17.5 to play in the first half. 2-0 Spartans on top. Chapman will throw the ball near Gobin. Top of the key. Back to Chapman, who dribbles to the left point. Leaves it left to the key for Puff Johnson. He'll swing it to the left wing. Chapman down to the left block near Gobin, who's fouled on the catch by Jackson Kohler. Or is it Cooper? Looks like it's Kohler.
I think it was Kohler. That was somewhat of a touch foul right there.
Exactly. First foul on Kohler. So Ohio State will reset the ball. Trailing 2-0. 3 minutes into the game. Inbound's going to be thrown by Thornton from left to the backboard. He loops it out on the left wing for Ivan Yagovin. Back to Thornton on the left flank. Shoots a quick three. No good. Rebound is loose and grabbed by Cohen Carr, Michigan State. Spartans 2-0 on top 3 minutes into the game. Ball thrown to Carr on the left wing. Pulls up, shoots a 12-foot jumper. Carr rattles in and out. Offensive rebound. Kohler taken away by Chapman, but a foul called quickly. As Carr missed the jumper, Jackson Kohler is whistled for the foul. That would be his second as he went to try and take the ball away from Chapman.
7 rebounds for Michigan State, 1 for Ohio State.
And now Jackson Kohler leaves the lineup as Cam Ward will come in and replace him for the Spartans. 2-0 Michigan State, 16:58 on the first half scoreboard here in East Lansing. Thornton center circle, eyeballing a man-to-man defense for Michigan State. Thornton dribbling, now starts to move and gets to the left point. Thornton feeds it high on the right for Christoph Tilley. Right wing it comes, Tayson Chapman. Bounces to Tilley, threw it wide of him, and the ball is taken away by Michigan State. Carr comes up with a loose ball, 2-0 Spartans with a lead. And Fears on the run for Michigan State to the head of the key. To Carr, driving left side, dunks.
Oh my gosh. He elevated outside of the 3-second lane, Paul.
And got in the air to throw down a cuff dunk to make it 4-0 Michigan State. 16.5 to play, first half. Tayson Chapman brings it below center circle for Ohio State. Chapman guarded by Jordan Scott. Dribbling with the left hand, throws it in the left point. Thornton, who drives the lane to the hoop from low on the left. Running shot, good. Bruce Thornton.
Buckeyes' first made field goal of the game, 1 of 5.
And it belongs to the guy who's the number 3 and soon to be the number 2 all-time scorer in Ohio State history. 4-2 Spartans, a lead in the ball. 16:03 to play in the half. Fears on the left point with it, Michigan State. And we get an offensive foul called on a screen set by Scott, who is trying to get him open. If that is Jordan Scott, it would be his first foul, and we get a timeout. With 16 minutes to play in the first half, it's 4-2 Michigan State leading Ohio State. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
For over 37 years, Buckeye Nation has known Hyde Park Prime Steakhouse for serving the best steaks in the city. Our thick-cut, aged steaks are a staple in Columbus, with 3 locations in Upper Arlington, Dublin, and downtown. And just like the Buckeyes, we strive for excellence and an experience like no other. Hyde Park is proud to introduce the newly added wine room at our downtown Columbus location, where a new elegance in dining surrounds you, creating the ideal setting for any occasion or the perfect night out. Hyde Park is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
The future of recycling is now at Rumpke Waste and Recycling. The recycling leader has opened North America's largest, most technologically advanced recycling center right here in Central Ohio. This one-of-a-kind facility features interactive displays, educational opportunities, and the ability to process over 60 tons of recycled material per hour. Rumpke is committed to recycling and sustainability efforts, and for more than 90 years, Rumpke has worked to make sure the items you place in your recycling bin get used again. Visit Rumpke.com to learn how you can team with Rumpke to put less trash in our landfills and more of it to good use.
Running around is a requirement on the court, but it shouldn't be the norm for grocery shopping. Get everything in one place at Giant Eagle, with produce delivered daily, meat and seafood expertly cut by our team, and bread and desserts baked in store. Fresh is our thing. With My Perks rewards, everyday low prices, and weekly deals, saving is simple. Shop at Giant Eagle, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. For freshness, quality, and savings in one stop, Giant Eagle, because it matters.
Your home for Ohio State Athletics, The Fan. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Coors Light Mountain Cold Refreshment, made to chill, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. 16 minutes to play. First half here in East Lansing. 4-2. Michigan State leading Ohio State.
The question is, where will the offense come from today, Paul? You know you don't have John Mobley Jr. coming into the ball game. Did not know that you were not going to have the services of Devin Rowe at the beginning. So you're relying on a couple of guys who are not there early in the year. Tayson Chapman is one, although he's come on of late. Puff Johnson inserted in the ball game, just trying to get his legs right. So someone's going to have to emerge and help Bruce Thornton to deal with Michigan State here today.
Yes, we mentioned from the get-go, Devin Royal not in the starting lineup, and as of now, with a change having been made and Ivan Yagovin being the first sub, it's safe to guess, and that's all it is, that Devin Royal most likely is not playing, most likely because of illness. Although he did warm up.
Yeah, I'd be surprised that he didn't at least try to see how he would go, but he knows his body better than anyone else, but they're clearly going to miss his abilities out there on both ends of the floor. But if you're Ohio State, you're only down by 2 points. You're 1 of 5. You have not made a three-point shot, 0 of 4. You have not taken a free throw shot. You're being out-rebounded 7-1. So I guess it's a good thing that you're only down by 2.
Denim Wojcik is checked in for Michigan State, son of assistant coach Doug Wojcik. He's out there along with Cam Ward, Cohen Carr, Carson Cooper, and Kerr Tang is checked in. That is Kurteng. Ohio State with Puff Johnson, Tayson Chapman, Colin White is in, Ivan Yagovin, and Bruce Thornton, who handles it high on the left. Throws to White, high on the right side of the floor, where he's covered by Carr. Dribbles once, Colin White does. Carr sticking with him, bounces high on the left now on the left point where Thornton has it. 16 on the shot clock. Thornton on Tang, drives to the left corner. Thornton shut off by Tang. Thornton now into the lane from the left, running shot, thrown up and in by Bruce Thornton.
Yeah, Bruce Thornton may have to play all 40 minutes here tonight.
Not a rare thing. Tying the game at 4 with his second basket. Michigan State with the basketball as Cohen Carr starts it on the left point against his own defense. Top of the key, Cooper gets it off now to Tang on the left point. He'll dribble once, throw it high on the right to Carr again. Carr looking at the zone defense, swings it out top of the key to Cooper. 13 on the shot clock as Wojcik dribbles top of the circle, takes it out to the left point. Wojcik bounces down mid-post left to Cooper in the lane. Jump hook, Cooper up and in.
And got to his spot, Paul, elevated over Ivan Yagovin.
6-4 Michigan State, thanks to Cooper's first bucket of the game. Thornton quickly top of the key, Ohio State. Feeds at right point, Tayson Chapman with 15:03 to play in the half. Ball right wing, Colin White. White will dribble right point, take it foul line, step into the paint, turn, give it Yagovin on the right point. Head of the key to Chapman. Chapman will dribble to the right wing. Chapman all the way to the right corner, stops, throws right point, Yagovin back to Chapman, right of the key. Takes it to the right corner with 8 on the shot clock. Right point it comes Yagovin to Chapman, right of the key. Fakes, dribbles, drives right baseline, pulls up, running shot, no good. Rebound snatched by Michigan State's Wojcik. 6-4, Spartans leading and running. Wojcik up the right side, top of the key. Cooper goes to Carr, left corner, fakes the 3, dribbles now into the lane from the left. Carr turns on a left block jumper up, no good. Yagovin rebounds Ohio State. 6-4 Buckeyes trailing with 14:28 left in the half. Thornton pushes up the right side on Wojcik. Thornton on the right point, fakes, dribbles down to the right block. Thornton still dribbling low on the right against Wojcik. Thornton dribbling right under to Yagovin, who lays it in right of the rim.
Missed assignment backside by Michigan State. Give Ivan Yagovin credit for moving without the basketball, Paul.
And he gets his first 2, Ron, to tie the game at 6. 6 minutes into the game. Ward leaves it Tang, top of the key, Michigan State. Off on the left point to Wojcik. He'll dribble once, go back to Tang in the left corner. Shoots a 3 over White and nails it.
Now that's a bad sign for Ohio State. Kurteng, if he's knocking down threes, obviously Michigan State's a better basketball team, Paul.
9-6 Ron. Spartans on top with under 14 to play in the half. Thornton slowly advancing up the right side for Ohio State against Michigan State's man-to-man. Thornton now dribbles top of the key. Swings in the left point. Tayson Chapman is guarded by Wojcik. Jab steps him on the left point. Now Chapman dribbles once, goes left wing to Puff Johnson, who drives to the left corner. 8 on the shot clock. Left point to Yagovin. Leaves it Chapman high on the left. 5 on the shot clock. Chapman to Johnson, left of the key. Takes it to the left corner. Driving shot low on the left. Blocked away and out of bounds. 1/10 of a second on the shot clock as the Buckeyes will have it under the lid.
Again, where will the offense come? Outside of Bruce Thornton, the other 4 players averaging less than 5 points a game.
Gabe Cupps and Christoph Tillian replacing Chapman and Yagovin for Ohio State. Michigan State's made some changes as Ohioan Jesse McCullough has come in, along with Jordan Simon returning to the lineup. So the Buckeyes are going to have to get it inbounded with a tip to try and score. And it'll be Gabe Cupps from left of the backboard throwing it inbounds. Cupps looking. Throws Tilly, and he catches but can't get it off before the shot clock horn sounds.
Got to be a tip.
Got to be a tip. So the ball turned over to Michigan State, who leads it 9-6 here at the Breslin Center.
Again, you're only down 1 possession, not playing your best basketball.
13:25 on the first half scoreboard. Michigan State with the basketball. Jeremy Fears, sophomore from Joliet in his 3rd year playing for the Spartans, brings it up the right side against the zone. Fears throws now, foul line McCullough. Out of Cleveland Lutheran East, back here to go to Fears, dribbling top of the key. Fears to the foul line, down the lane, stops at the stripe. Fears swings it now right of the lane, McCullough trying to post up Tilly. McCullough shoots it in the right corner, up, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Colin White of Ohio State. 9-6 Buckeyes trailing, but on the run. 13:03 left in the half. Thornton brings it to the right point. Thornton dribbling top of the key, now to Tilly, who goes to the foul line, swings to the right corner, Colin White. He'll dribble to the right point, Colin White, bring it top of the key. White gives it to Thornton left of the perimeter with 14 on the shot clock. Thornton holds, looks inside, but he'll dribble to the foul line, go down the right side of the lane, and a foul called as he went to the floor.
And you can pick a number of Michigan State Spartans to call that foul on.
And let's see whom they...
Kurteng, I believe.
All right.
I believe.
You believe? You're correct.
That's right.
His first. And that is the Ohio State offense inbounding the ball. Gabe Cupps will throw it now on the right corner, where it's taken away by Jeremy Fears of Michigan State. Fears down the right side of the lane, now slows it in the right corner. Right point goes to Scott, who slides to the foul line. Fakes, turns, shoots at the stripe. No good, Scott. And the rebound to Puff Johnson, and he's going to be called for a foul, Puff Johnson, by getting away from a defender to get to the rebound.
Yeah, he was battling defensively there with Cam Ward, who was trying to get the offensive rebound. They're saying that Puff Johnson held Cam Ward.
So that is 3 team fouls in the half on Ohio State, 4 against Michigan State. Cohen Carr back in replacing Ward for the Spartans, who lead at 9-6 with 12.5 to play in the half. The inbound will come from right of the backboard from Fears. Fears from Michigan State gets it where it's caught by McCullough in the right corner. McCullough dribbles to the right point. Now brings it top of the key with 15 of the shot clock. Leaves it Fears high on the left. Fears checked by Thornton. Dribbles now top of the circle. Fears tried to use a screen. Goes to the right point with the basketball. Stops. Feeds it where Carr has it. Drives down the left side of the lane to the hoop. Goes and backs one up and in, but it won't count. Offensive foul is called on Cohen Carr.
Yeah, Puff Johnson moving laterally. Paul got there. Got to the spot. I think it was the proper call by the official. Oh, yeah.
Watching he lowered his shoulder.
Clearly
banged into Puff Johnson.
Foul.
So the Buckeyes get the ball back, trailing 9-6. 12:18 to play first half here in East Lansing. Gabe Cupps out of Centerville brings it up the right side where he's picked up by Jeremy Fears. Cupps for Ohio State, feeds it between the circles. Christoph Tilley back to Cupps on the right point. One dribble, Cupps looks to give it up, swings it around on the left point to Bruce Thornton, who fakes a three, drives the lane, goes to the hoop, layup good, Bruce Thornton.
Yeah, a nice little pump fake. Went to 2 defenders, Paul. Nice drive.
6 for Thornton, and it's a 9-8 Spartan lead of 1. Tang sloppy with the ball, throws it to center circle where Fears controls it for Michigan State. Off in the left point, it comes Scott. Head of the key to go to Cohen Carr. Dribbles, foul line Carr, flips it back out on the right point to Fears. Aligns top of the circle, throws to Tang, who shoots a three on the right wing. No good, Tang. Rebound Tilley, Ohio State. Buckeyes down 9-8, 11.5 left in the half. Thornton speeds up to the right point where he's picked up by Fears and a man-to-man. Thornton looking inside to deliver, nobody there. Gets it top of the key, White back to Thornton, high on the right. Bruce Thornton will dump in the lane Tilley, but a foul called as Tilley went driving down the lane. He had an opening, but he draws a Michigan State foul, and we will get a timeout with 11:24 to play in the half in East Lansing. It is 9-8, Michigan State with a lead. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
Hi, this is Paul Keels. This Buckeye season, don't let a broken windshield ruin your game plan. Safelite Auto Glass makes it easy to get your windshield fixed with their mobile glass shops all over Central Ohio. They can come to you anywhere, giving Buckeye fans more time for game time. OH? Man, I love that. Schedule at Safelite.com. Safelite Auto Glass is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
Buckeye fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. You're listening to the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
The Roosters Foundation helps raise over $1 million each year for local charities and organizations and is the official wing sponsor of your Ohio State Buckeyes. The Roosters Foundation is donating $25 for every foul shot the Buckeyes make at home this season to the Down Syndrome Association of Central Ohio, providing support and opportunities to families and individuals living with Down syndrome. 11:24 left in the first half in East Lansing. It is a 9-8 Michigan State lead over Ohio State.
Yeah, so many strengths for this Michigan State team, but one area that they've been challenging for them, Paul, that's their outside shooting. So far, they're 4 of 12 from the field, 1 of 4 from long range. Big reason why Ohio State is still in this basketball game. Of the 8 points, Bruce Thornton has scored 6 of those 8. And right now, the question is, will he play 40 minutes, and how will he sustain the energy going into the latter part of the second half? Because he's carrying the load right now.
Yes, he is. The foul going into the timeout was on Jesse McCullough of Michigan State, his first and the 6th of the half on the Spartans.
Yeah, Jeremy Fears has yet to get going, Paul. He has not taken a shot so far. He has 2 assists, no rebounds, and we know how important he is to this team. 15 points per game, over 43% from the field. And as we know, he's leading the nation in assists.
Out of the timeout, Colin White, Christoph Tilley, Amari Bynum, Bruce Thornton, Tayson Chapman for Ohio State. For Michigan State, it's Jordan Scott, Cohen Carr, Carson Cooper, Jeremy Fears, and Kerr Tang. 20 on the shot clock for Ohio State, who will trigger it in up front. Trailing by a point, 9-8. Tayson Chapman will be the inbounder from right of the backboard. Man-to-man defense, Michigan State. Chapman looking to throw the ball in play. Nobody immediately in front of him. He'll throw it now where it's caught by Bruce Thornton on the right point. Checked by Fears in a man-to-man. Thornton holding it high on the right. Dribbles, goes top of the key to Tilley, where he's covered by Cooper. Tilley will dribble left of the lane. Spin, turn, fake, lean. Tilley turns, shoots a fadeaway at the foul line. That's good.
Yeah, Tilley's asking for the foul because there's a lot of contact there.
That puts Ohio State up 10-9 with 11:07 left in the half. Tang starts it on the right point, Michigan State against the zone for the Buckeyes. Bounces top of the key, Carr. Off on the left point it comes, Jeremy Fears. Swings it back to Tang, high on the right sideline. Returns it left point, Carr. Left corner to Scott. Swings it now left of the lane. Where handling the ball is Carr. Barging into the lane. Turns on the left block. Turns, shoots it left of the paint. Carr misses badly. Rebound Chapman, and he slams it out of bounds off Cooper as he was falling out of bounds. So the Buckeyes will keep it up front, leading 10-9.
Yeah, playing zone defense really helps Ohio State. You can protect guys in foul trouble, in this case Amari Bynum, and then you also can rest players. When you think about Bruce Thornton will have to play many minutes, and the fact that Michigan State's not a great shooting team right now. You play the zone for all of those reasons, Paul.
Cam Ward in run for Michigan State. Ivan Yagovin in for Ohio State, who leads 10-9. 10:43 left of the half. Chapman moves to the left point with the ball, hands it Thornton left of the key. Walks to the top of the circle, feeds it high on the right to Colin White. Couple of ball fakes by White for passes, gives it high on the left now to Ivan Yagovin. Swings it on the left point for Bruce Thornton. Thornton covered by Scott, dribbling left to the key. Thornton now steps back, shoots a 2 on the left point, off target. Rebound snatched by Ward, Michigan State. 10-9, Ohio State leading as Fears pushes it up the right side of the floor. Stops right to the foul line, Jeremy Fears, where he's guarded by Yagovin. Fears can't see anything, flips it to Carr on the left point. He'll dump it now down on the left block where Ward goes under the basket, misses a layup, then Yagovin rebounds the miss on. 10-9, Buckeyes by 1, 10 minutes left in the half. Thornton gallops up the right side, covered by Fears as Bruce Thornton works on the right wing with the ball. Bumps into Fears, who falls down. Thornton leans, goes to shoot, and he is fouled. As Fears was down on the floor, it was either he or Cooper who made contact.
They're going to call it on Fears.
He was on the floor and committed the foul after he tried to draw a charge on Bruce Thornton. And that is the 7th foul of the half on the Spartans.
Oh, my. Looked like there was a trip.
Yes, and by the way, Bruce Thornton now has moved to the number 2 scoring position all-time in Ohio State history. He needed 6 to get there. Has 2 free throws. Misses his first one. Coming off an impressive 27.9 rebound, 8 assist game Tuesday against Wisconsin.
They get chicken for missed free throws here as well, Paul.
Bricking for chicken. I think everybody's gotten in on that game plan. Free throw good. Bruce Thornton, 7 points. He is now the number 2 scorer all by himself in Ohio State history, as the Buckeyes have an 11-9 lead here at Michigan State. Under 10 to play in the half. Fears for the Spartans brings it center circle. Now Fears will try and diagnose a matchup zone. Swings at left point. Scott off it to come left to the key. Ward, top of the circle to Fears. Returns at Ward, left point, left corner to Scott, who's guarded by Johnson. Dumps it left to the lane where a pass is thrown by Cooper. Underneath Ward, goes to shoot and misses from low on the right. Ball loose, and Thornton wrestles it away for Ohio State, then falls on top of Cohen Carr. We'll get a jump ball signal. Possession arrow is going to give the ball to Ohio State, it looks like.
And his own defense of Ohio State's really giving Michigan State a lot of problems right now, Paul.
It sure is.
They are currently 4 of 15 from the field, 27%.
And now Tom Izzo will make another change in his lineup. He's going to send into the game Trey Ford, a 6'4 senior. And he is at his his 5th college. That won't be an oddity anymore.
He's trying to figure it out, Paul.
Yeah, well, good luck. Thornton across the line right side for Ohio State, who leads at 11-9. 9:29 to play in the half. Now Puff Johnson below center circle, top of the key to Nyagovin. Feeds it Chapman on the right point against a man-to-man defense. Tayson Chapman to Thornton, head of the key. Throws a straight on three that goes down.
Assist by Tayson Chapman. Bruce Storage showing his range.
10 for Thornton, and that range has made it 14-9 Ohio State with 9:12 to play in the half. Zone defense again, Buckeyes. Fierce for the Spartans, dribbling below center circle. Slides to the right point behind a screen. Goes now on the left point, Tang. Then throws it where Carr has it left corner. Gets it top of the key, Fort. Fort has it to Fears on the right point. Routed to go to Fort on the left point. Throws it Fears, head of the key to Fort below the foul line in the lane. To Carr underneath. Misses from low on the left, but he is fouled by Ivan Nyagovin.
Yeah, good movement by Michigan State. A number of players deferred on taking the outside shot. They ultimately got it inside the Cohen Carr.
First personal on Nyagovin. And that is team foul number 4 against Ohio State. So Cohen Carr will go to the line where he is a 61% free throw shooter.
Well, in your pregame interview with Coach Izzo, he talked about his improvement and expanding his range, including improving from the free throw line.
Where he just made his first one. He's a high flyer that's been known for his acrobatic dunks, but has improved a little bit his positional shooting.
Shannon Brown, Jason Richardson, 2 high flyers that played for Michigan State.
Missed free throw, but the rebound Cooper for the Spartans. They keep it on their end. Now a 3 in the air by Fort. Missed from the right point. Tipped in right at the rim by Kerr Tang, who's got 5. And it's 14-12. Ohio State leading.
Last possession, first scores in almost 5 minutes from Michigan State, Paul.
Thornton on the right point, dribbling into a double team. Now Thornton drives down to the right block, pulls up, shoots on the run, no good. Thornton rebound is grabbed underneath by Carr of Michigan State. Outlet Fears pushing it up the left side. Now he'll slow it down ahead of the key. Leave it Carr left of the foul line. 14-12, Ohio State on top. 8:20 to play in the half. Ball comes to Tang, left point, top of the key. Fears races down the lane to the hoop. Layup no good, and the rebound Chapman, Ohio State. 14-12, Buckeyes on top with 8:11 left in the half. Tayson Chapman brings it up the left side. Tang picks him up man-to-man on the left point. Chapman now slowly scoot to center circle. Tang sticks with him. Chapman dribbles back out to the left point. 15 of the shot clock. Chapman loops at foul line. Nyagovin. Ivan will dribble down to the left block. Running shot banked up and in by Ivan Nyagovin.
Michigan State just backed off of him, Paul.
They sure did. 4 for Nyagovin at 16-12. Ohio State leading. Quick 3 up, no good for the right wing for Michigan State. Fort missed it, but we get a collision under the rim and a foul called as Cohen Carr hit the deck hard and is holding his backside, and we will get a timeout. I'm going to assume it's an Ohio State foul. 7:47 left in the half. 16-12. Ohio State leading Michigan State. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
American Electric Power is a proud sponsor of Buckeyes Care.
Hi, I'm Janelle Coleman with American Electric Power. At AEP, we're proud to support our communities, powering progress and creating opportunities every day. Our partnership with Buckeyes Care reflects a shared commitment to uplifting Central Ohio through service, connection, and care. Together, we are building a brighter future for everyone we serve.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint with their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind. It's a front row seat to the big game. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen, and so big you won't believe it. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint, and the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
When you're here, you understand what it means to be a Buckeye. And at Elk & Elk, we're proud to wear scarlet and gray every Saturday. Every client, every day, means if you're ever injured, we're proud to stand with you in court. And when you're here at the shoe, we're proud to stand with you and cheer on the Buckeyes.
Whether we're here at the big game or in court, we are committed to you.
Elk & Elk, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Welcome back to the UHM broadcast position, sponsored by Union Home Mortgage, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Learn about their 1% down payment program at UHM.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229. The foul was on Puff Johnson of Ohio State going into the timeout. 7:47 left in the first half in East Lansing. 16-12. Ohio State leading Michigan State.
Yeah, when you think about where Ohio State is, Paul, impressed. 16-12, up 7:47 in this ball game in the first half, and you don't have John Mobley Jr., you don't have the services of Devin Rowe, but you're figuring out a way to battle against this Michigan State team that's been really good on this home court. Only 2 losses in here, and one of them was to Michigan, and the other was earlier this year, and that was against Duke. So he lost against top 3 teams in the country. But impressed with Ohio State, what they've been able to do.
Yeah, and Bruce Thornton carrying a lot of the load, 10 points. He has passed Herb Williams now to become the number 2 scorer in Ohio State history behind one Dennis Hobson.
Wow. Impressive. Paul.
Yes.
Impressive.
Well, Cohen Carr took a hard fall on the floor on that foul that was committed by Puff Johnson. He's out of the lineup, but would appear to be okay. The Spartans have in the game Trey Fort, along with Cohen Carr, Carson Cooper, Jeremy Fears, and the 5th is Kerr Tang. For Ohio State, Tayson Chapman, Colin White, Amari Bynum, Bruce Thornton, and Christoph Tilley. Fears will inbound it from left to the backboard for the Spartans, who trail 16-12. Fears looking to inbound, looking all over, lobs it out on the left point. Carson Cooper with the catch, leaves it side of the key to Jeremy Fears. Thornton picks him up, man-to-man defense for Ohio State, who leads at 16-12. Fears at center circle calling plays. Just dribbling the ball. Shot clock down to 8. Fears brings it to the left point. High on the right it goes, where now Fort handles it right of the key. Fort dribbling down to the right corner. Pulls up, shoots a fadeaway, and it's no good. Rebound grab by Tilley in traffic for Ohio State. 16-12. Buckeyes on top and with the ball. 7:19 and counting first half. Bruce Thornton below center circle, covered by Fears. Leaves it between the circles. Chapman dribbles out to the left point. Tayson Chapman, where Fears picks him up on a switch. Chapman will throw to Thornton on the right point. Thornton against Tang, gets it right wing for Tilley. 10 of the shot clock. Tilley, right wing, leaves it now Chapman, who dribbles to the right corner. Chapman into double team. Stoots a jumper in the right corner. No good. Chapman. Rebound is tracked down by Cooper. Michigan State falls off balance, throws it away, where Tilley has it and leaves it in left of the rim.
Yeah, just careless passing by Michigan State.
18-12. Ohio State on top, and then careless basketball handling by Fears. Saves it at center circle. Gets it to Ward, back Fears, top of the key, throws it Tang on the left point. Tang against his own defense, top of the key to Carson Cooper, feeds Fears, right point. Dumps it deep in the right corner for Kerr Tang, back to Fears, right of the key. Shot clock down to 10 seconds for Fears, head of the key, kills his dribble, goes to Tang on the left wing. He'll dribble the left point, 6 on the shot clock. Foul line pass Cooper, 4 on the shot clock. Cooper on Bynum, shoots at top of the key, got it.
And Bynum had to be careful, Paul. He has 2 fouls, he backed off.
4 points, Carson Cooper, Michigan State, 18-14, Ohio State. With 6:13 left in the half. Bruce Thornton has it right of center circle, Ohio State, where Jeremy Fears of Michigan State covers him. Leaves it right point for Colin White. White holds it over his head, dumps it top of the key now for Christoph Tilley, who had the last basket. Tilley will get it left point. Chapman, left wing bounce pass goes to Thornton with 8 on the shot clock. Thornton drives left baseline to the hoop, lays it in left to the rim. Bruce Thornton.
Showing his quickness and strength, Paul.
12 for Thornton, 20-14 Ohio State leading. Spartans. Tang brings it down court and is fouled on the left side as Colin White had to chase from behind and picks up his first foul.
That's what Michigan State at their best, Paul. You get a score, can't blink an eye. They're going up the other way. Colin White just got there a tad late.
Coming in with 2 fouls, Jackson Kohler for Michigan State along with Jordan Scott. Spartans have it up front with 26 on the shot clock, trailing 20-14 to Ohio State. Inbound will come high on the left for Kohler, tracks it down left of center circle. Top of the key pass to Cam Ward. He'll leave it to Fears between the rings where he's covered by Colin White. Fears looking right, looking left, 18 on the shot clock. Fears middle of the floor, dribbles on White in a man-to-man. Fears behind the back with a dribble, goes left point behind the screen. Fears now gets it Kohler back to Fears, left of the key. 9 on the shot clock for Fears. Takes it foul line on Tilley, down the lane. Fears layup, no good. Rebound is slapped out of bounds by Ohio State's Colin White, so the Spartans will get it with a new shot clock of 20 seconds.
Yeah, if you're Christoph Tilley, you have to defer and play off of Jeremy Fears. Let him take the jump shot. You got up too close, gave him the driving lane, Paul, and that's why he was able to get to the rim.
Cohen Carr back in to replace Ward for Michigan State. 20-14 Ohio State leading. 5:27 left in the half. Jeremy Fears from left to the backboard, inbounds left to the foul line to Cohen Carr. 1 dribble for Carr. He's going to dribble again. Bouncing now left right of the foul line. Tang, who bobbles but saves it. Tang guarded by Cups. Now center circle it comes for Fears. Drives now right to the foul line. Top of the key. Cooper launches a 3. Cooper hits it. Kohler hit it. He's a 3-point threat. Gets his first bucket of the game to make it 20-17 Ohio State.
Yeah, Kohler and Cooper have the same build, Paul.
They do. And they're both tall.
Yep.
5 minutes left in the first half. Thornton, Ohio State, right sideline pass comes to Bynum. Top of the key to Christoph Tilley, who's covered by Kohler. Tilley looking inside, but kicks it out to Cups on the left point. Bounces left to the key to Bruce Thornton. 10 on the shot clock for Thornton and Ohio State. Thornton behind the screen. Bounces to Tilley, the screener on the left block. Turns. Bounces underneath Colin White in the red corner. Gets it right point Bynum. 2 on the shot clock. Cups has to fire at top of the key. Desperation 3. No good. And Calder rebounds Michigan State. 20-17 Ohio State on top with 4.5 left in the half. Ball to Scott. Now gets it Kohler, top of the key. Leaves below center circle where Jeremy Fears handles it. Fears will dribble behind the screen. Left to the foul line. Rises to shoot. Misses. Rebound Colin White, Ohio State. 20-17 Buckeyes leading. 4:19 left in the half. Gabe Cups up the left sideline where he's covered by Tang. Cups, a third-year sophomore, takes it down the left baseline, goes to the hoop, lays it up, and in. Gabe Cups.
He sized Tang up on the left wing.
22-17 Ohio State's lead thanks to Cups' first 2. Tang, right corner, drives right baseline, throws the ball knocked away and taken away by Thornton of Ohio State with under 4 to play in the half. 22-17 Buckeyes leading. Thornton to Colin White, left corner, drives left baseline, feeds it to Bynum low on the right, dribbles once, goes up, misses a jumper, offensive rebound, White underneath, puts it up, and no good from low on the left, but Colin White draws a foul, and we'll get a timeout. With 3:48 left in the half, it's 22-17. Ohio State leading Michigan State. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
Ready? It doesn't matter if you're playing hard or working hard. Your workout only works out if you recover right. Chocolate milk helps you recover for what comes next. It's delicious and contains the right mix of protein and carbs to help refuel exhausted muscles. From biking to bench presses, Milk's protein helps you build lean muscle and gain more from your workouts.
Ready? Recover. Repeat. Brought to you by the American Dairy Association Mideast, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
From the first whistle to the final play, being a Buckeye fan calls for commitment and support. Nature Made vitamins are your winning play. From the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand, Nature Made is made to care for fans on game day and every day. So you can go all in on big wins, tough losses, and still show up for your team every time. Nature Made, proud vitamin and supplement sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Your Ohio State flagship station, The Fan. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Buckeye fans, power up and carbon down with AEP Energy and Eco Advantage. Their 100% renewable energy plan for your home or business. Visit aepenergy.com/OSU to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. 3:49 left until halftime in East Lansing. 22-17. Ohio State leading Michigan State. Stay tuned for the AEP Energy halftime show. Skip Mossick will check scores from other games and run down your first half stats, all coming up at the half.
Well, Paul, with our close proximity to the team and traveling, part of the traveling party, we see all the things in terms of preparation, and you got to give his staff a lot of credit. Last ball game against Wisconsin, what they did defensively to really slow down the backcourt of the Badgers, and then here today, knowing and realizing that some of the weaknesses of what Michigan State can come with their inability to knock down long-range shots. So playing zone defense despite not having 2 of your regular starters. They're doing a really good job defensively here against Michigan State. They're 7 of 24, 29%. Yes, you could say they're struggling, but a lot of it has to do with what Ohio State is doing to make them uncomfortable.
And 2 for 7 from three-point range, while the Buckeyes are 10 for 21 shooting, and they are 16% from three-point range.
Yeah, 1 of 6 from long distance, but they have the lead with 3:48 to go. And coming out of this timeout, Colin White will get 2 free throws. And man, Paul, the bench has been solid for Ohio State. They're outscoring Michigan State's bench by a margin of 6 to 5. Not a big number, but anytime you get productivity from there, it is a bonus for this Buckeye team.
Colin White, 6'6" sophomore from Ottawa Glandorf, a former Mr. Ohio basketball winner, will go to the line where this year he's only been there 3 times and has made 1. But again, Ohio State playing without John Mobley and playing without Devin Royal. And it's just our estimation that Royal's absence is due to illness. He went through warm-ups, was out there dressed in his warm-up suits and everything, but is not playing and did not start. It'll be White, Johnson, Cups, Thornton, and Yagovin for Ohio State. That foul, by the way, was on Jackson Kohler, his third of Michigan State. So Colin White will go to the line to shoot 2. First one. It's no good.
It's right on target,
Sure
a little
was.
strong, but going back to Jackson Kohler, Paul, averaging just over 12 points per game. And last year in that tournament against Auburn, 17 points and 11 rebounds, and impact player. Get in there.
Second free throw, no good also. Colin White, Michigan State gets the rebound. 22-17 Buckeyes, 3:44 left in the half. Fears, top of the key for the Spartans, where he's covered by Thornton, man-to-man defense. Fears pounds the dribble with the left hand, gets it left point to Kerr Tang. He'll dribble top of the key, Tang, give it now Carr. Left to the right of the circle, returns it now to Fears, right to the foul line. Bounces to Carr, down on the right block on Johnson. Jump stops into a double team. Back to Fears on the right point, 8 on the shot clock. Tang with it high on the left, top of the key to Fears, 5 on the shot clock. Fears dribbling to the foul line. Fears down the right center lane. Forces a ball that's knocked away, and Fears falls down. Shot clock violation.
They're going to call a foul on
my
Puff
goodness.
Johnson or Bruce Thornton, and Jake Diebler is not going to be happy about
And
this.
Fears took a hard fall as he lost the basketball.
They're going to review to see if the shot clock had went off prior to the foul, and I think he was fouled before the shot clock went off, Paul.
And still can't tell who they were going to ostensibly call the foul on. They could have called it on a number of people.
It's Puff Johnson, who rolled while he was going for the ball.
Which would be his third.
Yeah, they're going to call a foul on Puff Johnson, I believe, Paul. This is a tough break for Ohio State.
Again, an undermanned team, and Johnson would have 3. Bynum has 2 out there already. Those are the 2 in foul difficulty for Ohio State. Michigan State's difficulty is Jackson Kohler with 3.
Jeremy Fears Jr., he did a really good job realizing time and score. Shot clock winding down. As soon as he caught it, he quickly threw it on.
And he took a fall and looked like he landed
Wow.
on his elbow and is in a difficult spot with pain in his elbow.
I'm watching the replay, Paul. It's almost simultaneous in terms of the contact and him trying to release the ball.
Now, they called a foul on the floor, so if there's any issue, they probably would no clarity, they would stick with that.
Yeah, they're trying to determine right now, did the ball leave his hand, and when was the contact, right?
And when did the shot clock go off, too?
Yep, all of those 3 things, and it's close.
The 3 officials, Jason Phillips, Kelly Pfeiffer, DJ Karstensen, positioned down at the scorer's table, looking at the apparatus that is made available to them. Again, it is 22-17, Ohio State leading at Michigan State. Buckeyes playing without John Mobley and without Devin Royal.
Tayson Chapman, when you look at his stat line here, Paul, he's 0 for 3, is yet to score. And one of the things that happens when you're in a starting lineup and you start to play well, guess what?
People notice.
Yep, you go up that scouting report, and they're going to try to take away his strengths. And he's had a couple of open looks, but everything's been challenged for the most part.
Well, the officials seem to have, no, they haven't.
They have not.
They thought they did for a moment. 22-17 is the Ohio State lead here at Michigan State. Now the officials, one of them at least, is going to come talk to Jake Diebler. The other's going to go talk to Tom Izzo.
Yeah, this foul on Puff Johnson based on the look of Jake Diebler. He's shaking his head. That's a bad break, obviously. You're going to set up the ball and a good defensive stop. Michigan State's going to have a chance to shoot 2 free throws.
Yes, that is now 17 fouls against Ohio State. So Jeremy Fears, who was the guy that was handling the basketball while falling down, will go to the line where this year, at least this week at the moment, he is the second best free thrower in the Big Ten at 90%.
He's in the act of shooting, so he's going to get 2 here.
Yeah. Fears coming off a 16-point, 10-rebound game, 10-assist game, against UCLA on Tuesday night. His first of 2 is good for his first point of the game. Now Amari Bynum in to replace Puff Johnson. That's a player with 2 fouls, replacing a player with 3.
Bench is limited.
And Christoph Tilley will replace Ivan Yagovin, who's provided 4 points off the bench for Ohio State. So Fears, averaging 15.1 a game, is up there to shoot a second free throw. And he's got it for his first 2 points of the game. It is 22-19, Ohio State leading. Trying for the first time since 2012 to get back-to-back wins in this building, which has been a house of horrors traditionally for Ohio State. Gabe Cupps will bring it up across the line at center circle for Ohio State. Jordan Scott guards him as he drifts out right point, top of the key to Christoph Tilley. Leaves at left point, Bruce Thornton. Thornton jab stepping, dribbles left of the key, backs away, brings it now to Cupps on the right point. Cupps will dribble now top of the circle, take it to the left point with 11 on the shot clock. Ball top of the key to Tilley. Tilley brings it to the right point. 7 on the shot clock. Kills his dribble. Tilley leaves it to Thornton, who goes to the right wing. 3 on the shot clock. Thornton shoots a 3. Right point. No good. Thornton rebound is grabbed by Cohen Carr. Almost threw it away. Michigan State with the ball, trailing 22-19. Pierce hustles it head of the key. Takes it to the right point. Now throws to Carr on the left point. Left alone. Snaps off a 3. No good. Carr. Rebound. Tilley, Ohio State.
You can live with Carr taking that type of shot.
2.5 left in the half. 22-19. Buckeyes on top. Gabe Cupps will start it at center circle. Dribbles to the right point where Scott will guard him man-to-man. Cupps right point, left hand dribbling. Cupps now bounces left to the foul line. Thornton down the lane goes Thornton, shoots over traffic and scores.
Yeah, he turned that corner after that down screen, Paul.
14 run for Thornton, 24-19 Ohio State. Michigan State hustles it up court. We're handling it as Cohen Carr on the left point. 2:07 left in the half. Now Cooper will throw it right point for Scott. Wiggles right to the lane, throws the pass. It's deflected but saved, and Ward went to shoot, and Colin White reached in to try and stop him but commits his second foul of the game.
Yeah, Cam Ward being rewarded, Paul, because of his movement without the ball. Touch pass there by, I thought it was Jordan Scott that made that play. So good movement, led to the foul.
Colin White had his hand on the initial bounce, but then it went right back up into the hands of Cam Ward, a 6'9 freshman from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. First free throw, brick.
Christoph Tilley, I'm looking at him like he's gassed, Paul. My goodness.
Sure does. Colin White out, Taysom Chapman in for Ohio State. Ward is a 48% free throw shooter. Coming off a 4-point game Tuesday against UCLA. Cameron Ward, freshman. Oh, he's going to get an extra free throw if he misses it because Christoph Tilley jumped into the lane before he released the ball for a lane violation.
He might have been pushed too, Paul.
He might have been by Carson Cooper.
He might have been nuts.
Yeah.
As Skip just said.
That's been known to happen.
Really, you see you leaning, then you push him just a little bit, right?
Help him along. Ward takes aim. Good old 2 to make 3. And he misses it, that one.
Oh, man.
He shanked all 3 of his tries. He's only credited with 0 for 2.
Form does not look good.
24-19. Buckeyes a lead in the ball with 1:53 left in the half. Cupps right point, top of the key to Bruce Thornton. Looks inside the lane, goes to Cupps on the right point. Cupps will dribble, leave it to right wing Chapman. Fakes a 3, gets it top of the key, Tilley. Walks it to the left point, Tilley. With 11 on the shot clock. Hands it Thornton, left point. Brings it foul line. Throws now in the right corner where Chapman will rifle a 3 that's missed. Rebound fought for, and Ward comes away with it for Michigan State. 24-19 Ohio State, 1.5 left in the half. Jeremy Fears, center circle. Covered by Taysom Chapman in a man-to-man defense. Fears goes behind the back with a dribble, goes right point behind the screen, takes it foul line, kicks it now to Carr, who dribbles foul line, goes down the lane, turns, shoots middle of the paint, got it.
Yeah, if you're Bruce Thornton, you got to hold your ground. That could have been an offensive foul there.
5 points, Cohen Carr. 24-21 Ohio State with 1:09 left in the half. Gabe Cupps brings it center circle, Ohio State. Jordan Scott guards him man-to-man, throws it high on the left Thornton, back to Cupps left point, left to the key, it goes Chapman, returns the top of the circle to Thornton. Thornton dribbling on Scott, takes him down the right side of the lane, stops, pops, scores.
It's all Bruce Thornton. 16 of the Buckeyes, 26 points, Paul.
26-21, Ohio State leading, 48 seconds left in the half. Fears, top of the key, gets it Scott on the right point. Jordan Scott will swing it now right of the foul line. Cooper, jumper up, no good. Cooper, rebound snatched by Bynum of Ohio State. Off the Cooper miss. 26-21 Buckeyes with 34 seconds left in the first half here in East Lansing. Bruce Thornton cross the line right side. Jeremy Fears awaits him in a man-to-man defense. Thornton at center circle. He's going to kill some time with a dribble. Shot clock down to 13 seconds. Thornton moving left side of the forecourt, brings it around to the right point. Thornton ahead of the key. Down the left lane line. Bump, turns, leans, throws to Cupps. Now right wing Bynum. He'll throw a deep 3. No good. Bynum rebound Tilley, but Christoph's going to be called for a foul as he pushed Cooper away. And on Tilley, that'll be his first foul.
Yep, easy call to make. Right in front of the official. If you're Ohio State, the best of both worlds, you get the score, call a timeout, and take Amari Bynum out of the lineup. But unfortunately, you get the foul.
So Michigan State will get free throw opportunities. That is team foul number, does that say 9? Yes. And it'll put Carson Cooper at the line. 6'11" senior from Jackson, Michigan, which is closer to Ann Arbor than it is to East Lansing.
What a jump from his last year to this year, Paul.
Oh, no question.
Of his productivity.
He's got a 1-on-1 opportunity. First free throw is good for his 5th point. On the year, a 76% free throw shooter, a young man who excelled as a youngster as a goalie in soccer, and that apparently helped his athletic development.
Yeah, you got to move in that position.
Yes, you do. Free throw good as he moved it right down the nets. 6 for Carson Cooper. 26-23 Ohio State with 10 seconds left in the half. Chapman across the timeline calls a timeout, so the Buckeyes will have it with 8 seconds left in the half. They'll have it in the front court, leading 26-23 here in East Lansing with 8 seconds to play in the half.
Yeah, prior to that timeout, Michigan State denied Bruce Stewart. They did not want him to have anything to do with trying to score that time, but then you either use it or lose it. So Coach Diebler calls the timeout, get a set here, and with 8 seconds to go, you want to be the last team taking a shot in this half.
Well, it's just one half of basketball when you consider, though, the deficits that Ohio State is working with. No John Mobley, no Devin Royal. Let's include Brandon Knoll, who they've been without for quite some time. This Ohio State team in a good spot, leading just by 3, 26-23.
Yeah, and you look at Ohio State numbers. They're up by 3, Paul, but their stats are not jumping off this stat sheet. They're 1 of 9 from beyond the arc, 11%, and they're 1 of 4 from the free throw line. So that's not – now they do have an advantage, 6 points off turnovers so far, and Michigan State has had a bunch of them.
Chapman, Thornton, Tilley, Cups, and Bynum for Ohio State will have the ball up front, leading 26-23. 8 seconds left in the half. Right sideline, Chapman inbounds top of the key. Tilley throws to Cups on the left point. 5 seconds left. Cups holding it high on the left, throws in the basket. Tilley catches, double team, dribbles, goes to shoot low on the right, misses. Horn sounds, half comes to an end. With Ohio State leading 26-23 here at Michigan State after one half of play. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Forever starts with the perfect diamond. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar, and for over 78 years, our family has helped generations of couples celebrate love with brilliance, quality, and unbeatable prices. At Diamond Cellar, bigger diamonds and better prices are our promise to you. Whether you're popping the question or upgrading your sparkle, trust the experts. Because diamonds, they're our forte. Visit us at Diamond Cellar on Sawmill Road or at Easton Town Center and learn more at diamondcellar.com.
Paul Keels here, voice of the Ohio State Buckeyes. You have to check out the brand new AAA Buckeyes MVP membership. Get all the benefits of AAA, such as 24/7 roadside assistance, plus chances to win tickets to Buckeye sporting events, access to exclusive MVP experiences, along with 10% off gear at the Ohio State team shop. Already a AAA member? Add the Buckeye MVP membership upgrade for free. Head to AAA.com/Buckeyes to join the squad and put your fandom in drive.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Always and forever, your Ohio State flagship station.
WBNS-FM HD1 Columbus.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Welcome to the AEP Energy Halftime Show here at the Breslin Center in East Lansing. Ohio State leading Michigan State 26-23. I think the Buckeyes have kind of uglied the game up a little bit, considering they're operating without 2 of their top players and considering their defense has made Michigan State have a tough time shooting the ball.
Yeah, great point, Paul. And defense has a big reason why they're up by 3, but a lot of it also has to do with Bruce Stewart. And he understands you don't have John Mobley Jr., you don't have Devin Royal. More of the load is going to be on him from a scoring perspective. 7 of 11. He's taken 11 of the Buckeyes' 27 field goal attempts. He's aggressive. How many times have you heard me say during the year, I want Bruce Stewart to be more aggressive? Well, he realized he has to be that guy this afternoon because you don't have John Mobley Jr. and Devin Royal.
And 6 points off the bench doesn't hurt.
Yeah, productivity. And this is, during the last film session they had before we came over to the arena, Coach Diebler talked about, hey, guys, we have to do it by committee. Everybody's got to be locked on every single player, when you get in, you got to do your job. And so far, first 20 minutes, the bench has lived up to that so far.
Buckeyes shooting 44% from the floor, 1 for 9 from three-point range, 1 for 4 from the foul line, and 15 rebounds as opposed to 22 rebounds for Michigan State. The Spartans shooting 29%, 2 for 8 from three-point range, 5 for 8 from the foul line.
Yeah, the big thing, when you're playing against a Michigan State team, you cannot let their point guard, in this case, Jeremy Fears Jr., get in transition. You know, we saw what happened in the game UCLA and Illinois. Illinois allowed Donovan Dent to go downhill, 15 assists. He facilitated, helped UCLA come back from a big-time deficit. Jeremy Fears has not been as impactful, has not made a field goal, 2 points in this ball game. Yes, 4 assists, but not the kind that gets his guys going. So job well done for Ohio State from a defensive standpoint in the first 20 minutes.
Spartans led by Carson Cooper, 6, 2 of those from the free throw line. They also have foul concerns. Jackson Kohler has 3, but also Puff Johnson with 3 for Ohio State.
Yeah, it's a concern because you don't have, it looks like you're not going to have Devin Roll here, and then you got guys in foul trouble, so it's concerning. The big question is, can Amari Bynum not pick up his 3rd foul early in the second half and be able to play major minutes?
And he hasn't scored yet either, Amari Bynum. Again, the score here of the half, 26-23. Ohio State leading Michigan State. Skip Mossick with a scoreboard update next as our halftime report continues from AEP Energy on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Listen up, Buckeye Nation. Watch parties, busy mornings, even meal prep. Ohio Eggs fit every game plan. Packed with healthy protein, easy to prepare, and always a crowd pleaser. Ohio Eggs are the MVP of your plate. When you add a dozen eggs to your cart, you're not just buying breakfast. You're getting 1.5 pounds of protein-rich food for nutritious meals, quick snacks, and game day favorites. All in one carton. Thanks to Ohio farmers, more than 11 billion nutritious eggs are produced in the Buckeye State every year. Your playbook for delicious meals starts at ohioeggs.com.
Hear ye, hear ye! You just get more when you bundle and save at Bob's Discount Furniture. Like when you bundle my Bryn sofa and love seat and save $179. Or save $200 when you bundle my treasure mattress and adjustable base. You can even get a whole home's worth of furniture. A sofa, a love seat, dining set, bedroom set, and mattress for under $3,000. And there they go.
Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
When it comes to your cancer diagnosis, the choice for your care is clear.
And when you choose the James at Ohio State,
you're opting for care from a highly specialized team dedicated to treating one type of cancer, yours.
A team that studies the unique makeup of your disease to develop a personalized treatment plan.
You're choosing our region's only comprehensive cancer center designated by the National Cancer Institute.
For your cancer care, the choice is clear. The James at Ohio State.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Skip Mossick with a check of your halftime scoreboard. Again, Ohio State up 3 here at the break. Our AEP Energy halftime report continues. Ohio State up 26-23. One other game in the Big Ten this afternoon. Number 24, Wisconsin will play host to Iowa. Basketball around the state coming up in just a bit. Youngstown State will host Northern Kentucky. Wright State welcomes in Robert Morris. Cleveland State plays host to Purdue Fort Wayne. 11 games today in the NBA. Cavaliers in action at Oklahoma City. 2 minutes to play first half. Thunder on top 58-44. Women's college basketball, Ohio State will play host to USC at the Shot later on this afternoon. Fans around the state can listen to that game at ohiostatebuckeyes.com. National Hockey League will resume Wednesday following the Olympic break. Blue Jackets back in action Thursday at Boston. Olympic gold medal game this morning. USA wins over Canada in overtime 2-1. NASCAR down in Atlanta. Tyler Reddick has the pole. Golf final round at Riviera. Jacob Bridgman is at -19. Bridgman leads by 6. Our halftime report this afternoon brought to you by AEP Energy. Buckeye fans say goodbye to higher rates and hello to savings with a fixed price plan with AEP Energy. Visit aepenergy.com/OSU to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Again, the score here at the half, Ohio State 26, Michigan State 23. Paul and Ron back to preview the second half next. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
American Electric Power is a proud sponsor of Buckeyes Care.
Hi, I'm Janelle Coleman with American Electric Power. At AEP, we're proud to support our communities, powering progress and creating opportunities every day. Our partnership with Buckeyes Care reflects a shared commitment to uplifting Central Ohio through service, connection, and care. Together, we are building a brighter future for everyone we serve.
Running around is a requirement on the court, but it shouldn't be the norm for grocery shopping. Get everything in one place at Giant Eagle, with produce delivered daily, meat and seafood expertly cut by our team, and bread and desserts baked in store. Fresh is our thing. With My Perks rewards, everyday low prices, and weekly deals, saving is simple. Shop at Giant Eagle, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. For freshness, quality, and savings in one stop, Giant Eagle, because it matters.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint with their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind. It's a front row seat to the big game. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen, and so big you won't believe it. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint, and the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Your Ohio State flagship station, The Fan.
Halftime in East Lansing, it's 26-23. Ohio State leading Michigan State. Kroger Pickup is the easy way to get what you want right when you need it. Try Kroger Pickup today in the Kroger app or at Kroger.com.
Yes, we'd like to get the starting lineup besides Bruce Thornton and get involved in the offense. I know Amari Bynum has been disrupted with his rhythm because, A, he's under the weather, and number 2, he got an early foul trouble. He's 0-3. Tayson Chapman 0-4. So those two players need to get more productive.
That would help. It's 26-23. Ohio State leading Michigan State at the half here in East Lansing. Start of the second half coming up next. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
AEP Energy wants to know if you're ready to say goodbye to higher rates and hello to savings. Get your energy costs under control by locking in a fixed rate for your electricity supply. You'll lower your bills and get price protection from rising rates. Take control and lock in a low fixed rate. Visit aepenergy.com/OSU to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. AEP Energy is a competitive retail electrical and natural gas service provider and affiliate of Ohio Power Company, AEP Ohio. AEP Energy is not soliciting on behalf of and is not an agent of AEP Ohio.
From the first whistle to the final play, being a Buckeye fan calls for commitment and support. Nature Made vitamins are your winning play. From the #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin and supplement brand, Nature Made is made to care for fans on game day and every day. So you can go all in on big wins, tough losses, and still show up for your team every time. Nature Made, proud vitamin and supplement sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Hear every Buckeye game every year. The Fan. You're listening listening to the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Our broadcast position is sponsored by Union Home Mortgage, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Learn about their 1% down payment program at UHM.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229. Second half will be starting shortly here at the Breslin Center in East Lansing, where Ohio State has a 26-23 lead over Michigan State after tonight's game. Today's game, the Buckeyes will come back home only to turn around and leave on Tuesday, where they'll go to Iowa City to play the Hawkeyes Wednesday night, a 9 p.m. Eastern tip at the Carver Hawkeye Arena.
I just love those late tips on the road, Paul. Just, I love them.
Because you love the late return that it brings. But again, there's an Iowa team that at times has played some very good basketball this year.
Yeah, another really good backcourt person in Sturtz. He's a lot of, you look at the draft boards, a guy that's getting a lot of attention, has that NBA-style game, and along with what you've seen from Bruce Thornton, Donovan Dent, list goes on all these great point guards. Braden Smith from Purdue, and this league is so competitive. But when you look at the stat sheet, Paul, Ohio State, despite shooting 1 of 9 from beyond the arc, they're doing a lot of good things. 22 points in the paint as compared to 8 for Michigan State. 4 only allowing Michigan State to have 4 fast break points, forcing them into 7 turnovers while committing only 3. Those are the reasons why you were able to have a lead on the road against a team like Michigan State.
And again, playing without 2 key participants, playing without John Mobley and Devin Royal, but also getting Michigan State to kind of get into a funk with their shooting.
No doubt. I think the zone really helped that, right? Disruption.
Sure.
They were going to do that anyway, but when Amari Bynum picked up his second foul, I think you were basically forced to play more of it. Now, if you're looking at Coach Izzo, he's a Hall of Fame coach. Do you deploy more defensive effort on Bruce Thornton and force someone else to beat you? So I wouldn't be surprised if you see some double teams or just flat out denials to prevent Bruce Thornton to be involved in Ohio State's offense.
Thornton has scored 16 points. The foul concerns you talk about, 3 for Puff Johnson. Amari Bynum and Colin White each have 2 for Ohio State. For Michigan State, Jackson Kohler has 3. That's the only player the Spartans have that has more than 1.
Yeah. Again, you mentioned what they need to do in the second half, and I said Tayson Chapman and Amari Bynum. But Tayson Chapman, he's a guy that's very capable. He's going to find some spots. He's 0 for 4 in this ball game, 2 of those from long range. But there's other areas that you can help the team. He's done a really good day. He has 3 rebounds in this first half. He's got 2 assists. So Tayson Chapman, while not scoring in this 14 minutes of play, has definitely helped this Ohio State team.
Again, it is a 26-23 Ohio State lead over Michigan State. The Buckeyes trying to get win number 18 on the season. It would also be win number 10 in the Big Ten. This is the only regular season meeting between the Buckeyes and the Spartans. Michigan State 21-5 coming into the game, 11-4 in the Big Ten.
Well, I expect Michigan State to come out and try to be the aggressor. So if you're Ohio State, you have to throw the first punch, win those first 4 minutes, and try to extend this lead a little bit here. This is going to be important to kind of see who's going to be the team that's going to kind of win out here in the second half.
Both these teams shoot over 70% from the free throw line, and Ohio State at the foul line is just 1 for 4 today, and Michigan State, where's their numbers of the free throw? 5 for 8, so a little bit of an outlier, even though it's a small sample size.
Yeah, Bruce Thornton has only gotten there twice, and the thing about Jeremy Fears, Paul, the job that Ohio State has done, he's had 5 games this year where he shot double-digit free throw attempts. So you cannot allow him to get in that lane, because if he does, you are in trouble.
14 consecutive double-figure games coming into this one. To start the second half, Colin White, Tayson Chapman, Bruce Thornton, Christoph Tilley, Amari Bynum for Ohio State. For Michigan State, they've got Jordan Scott out there with Carson Cooper, Kerr Tang, Jeremy Fears, and Cohen Carson. Jackson Kohler remains on the bench, as does Puff Johnson, each with 3 fouls. Michigan State with the ball, moving left to right to start the half, trailing 26-23. Fears will dribble left to the foul line. Gets into the lane. Fears now throws a shot up, a wild shot that he misses. Rebound Tilley. Ohio State Buckeyes right to left their first possession, leading 26-23. Center circle, Tayson Chapman will start the Ohio State offense against a man-to-man Michigan State defense. Chapman guarded by Tang. Still dribbling middle of the floor, gives it right point Bynum, back to Chapman, right of the key. Shot clock at 13, Tayson Chapman high on the right, kills his dribble, bounces top of the circle, Thornton. Shot clock at 10. Thornton dribbles to the foul line, stops, shoots, up, and good. Bruce Thornton.
Going to his left, took the hit from Fears and knocked it down.
18 for Thornton, 28-23 Ohio State. Opening moments, second half. Michigan State's Fears will swing it on the right point to Kerr Tang against his own defense. Top of the key, Carr off to Fears, left point, left corner, Scott bounces down the left block to Cooper. Cooper with a spin into the lane, lost the ball, got it back under the rim, stands and throws in the left corner, Tang, who shoots a fadeaway three, no good, Tang. Tilly rebounds Ohio State. 28-23 Buckeyes. 1 minute off the clock here in the second half of the Breslin Center. Bruce Thornton slowly sets it up at center circle with Fears awaiting him in a man-to-man defense. Thornton for Ohio State, dribbling middle of the floor. Now gives it up to Tilly, high on the left. Tilly will drive the left lane line, spin, turn, kick it out left point, Chapman. Returns it Tilly, driving low on the left, Tilly. Layup, no good, but a foul called as Tilly hit the deck hard.
Yeah, Tilly got a break there. If you go up, you got to get 2 feet on the ground, elevate, try to score that, get the and one.
Cohen Carr whistled for the foul, his second. So Christoph Tilly will go to the line, where this year he is a 76% free throw shooter.
Yeah, he's fortunate. He was off balance. He twisted. I don't think he had any chance of making a shot, so Carr kind of bailed him out.
Tilly did not get to the free throw line Tuesday. First free throw missed.
Buckeyes 1 of 5 from there now.
This is the third best free throw shooting team in the Big Ten at over 78%.
You sure?
Yes.
Saying that.
So say the numbers.
Facetiously.
I understand why. And of course, that just incites the crowd further here in East Lansing. 7-foot senior from Berlin, Germany. Second free throw. That one missed also.
Are you kidding me?
Rebound Michigan State, who trails 28-23. Fears will get it Carr, foul line. Carr will dribble, bounce on the right point. Jeremy Fears dribbles top of the key, swings it on the right point now for Kerr Tang. Top of the key, Carr gives it up on the left point to Fears. Walks at top of the circle, 15 on the shot clock for Fears. Dribbling on the right point against Thornton. Fears will feed it Cooper, head of the key. Passes left wing, Jordan Scott. Scott will drive it to the foul line. Stop with 8 on the shot clock. Feed it down on the left block. We're handling it as Cooper. Jump hook good. 8 for Carson Cooper. And it's 28-25 Ohio State. 2 minutes into the half. Thornton foul line, Ohio State. Gets it now, Chapman. Dribbling on the right point. Brings it top of the key, Tayson Chapman. Top of the key pass comes to Christoph Tilly, who's guarded by Cooper. Walks it to the left point. Tilly takes it now down to the left block. Tilly against a double team. Throws in the corner where White will shoot a three and hit it from the right corner, Colin White.
His first of the year.
31-25 Ohio State with 17:40 to play here in the second half. Big basket by Colin White. Fears, right point to Tang, Michigan State against his own. Dribbles top of the circle, Tang. Stops, gets it left point, Jordan Scott. Returns it now where Tang will shoot a three right of the key. Lips in and out. Offensive rebound, Cooper, right block. Left point, Fears. He arches a three over White and hits it.
Toughest shot to guard after an offensive rebound, tracking down three-point shooters.
First field goal of the game for Jeremy Fears, 31-28 Ohio State. 17-13 to play, second half. Thornton, top of the key, starts it for Ohio State. Dribbles right point, drives the right side of the lane, ball knocked away and out of bounds. The officials are going to give it to Ohio State. And that might draw. Ooh.
Some boos?
Well, some boos and some quick gesturing off the Michigan State bench by their assistant coach, Doug Wojcik.
The adjustments by the coaches. Coach Diebler starting Colin White instead of Puff Johnson here to start this second half.
Yagobin in to replace Tilly. Thornton from right of the backboard inbound for Ohio State. Flips it on the right point to Ivan Yagobin at 7'2". Ohio State leading 31-28. This ball returned. Now we're handling it as Chapman in the right corner. Shoots a fadeaway up and in for Tayson Chapman's first two. 33-28 Ohio State. Under 17 to play in the game. Fears, center circle, throws right point to Kerr Tang for Michigan State against his own. Top of the key to Carr. Gets it left point to Fears. Fears will now have the ball bounce left of the lane to Carr. Ross will go to Tang, right corner, wide open, shoots and has a three, giggle in and out. Rebound Thornton, Ohio State. 33-28 Buckeyes on top, 16 and a half left in the game. Thornton topside behind a screen from Yagobin, drives right to the lane, now gives it up right wing to Colin White. White will get it right point, Yagobin. Back it'll go to Thornton, right of the key. Shoots a three, right of the circle. No good. Thornton, rebound to Cooper, Michigan State. 33-28 Ohio State. Fears up the middle of the floor with 16-14 left in the game. Fears on the right point. Dribbling for the Spartans. Throws down to Cooper, foul line. Drives the lane, shot up, no good, but he is fouled by Ivan Yagobin, his second.
Yeah, Ivan Yagobin just didn't close out in a great defensive position. He was actually off balance.
So that'll put Carson Cooper at the free throw line where today he has made both his attempts.
Yeah, make them earn it, though.
Playing in his 129th game, which is the 8th most of anybody in the country at the same school. That's the qualifier nowadays. Free throw good, Carson Cooper. And he is the leading scorer for the Spartans with 9 points right now. 6'11" senior from Jackson, Michigan.
He had a bounce-back game against UCLA. He had 4 straight games in single digits, Paul, and then he was very effective against the Bruins.
It's his second free throw. Double figures, Carson Cooper. And Ohio State's lead is cut to 33-30. 4 minutes into the second half here in East Lansing. Bruce Thornton up the middle of the floor for Ohio State. Thornton now right of center circle, picked up by Fears, right of the key. Thornton dribbling, throws it now high on the left side of the floor for Bynum. He'll dribble down to the left block, Bynum. Stop, shoot low on the left, banker, no good. Rebound comes off to Michigan State's Fears, who races up the right side. Fears now throws in the right corner. Tang drives right baseline in the air, misses on a dunk try, but it goes to Scott in the left corner. Now left to the foul line, Cooper fires a jumper and hits it. A dozen for Carson Cooper. Offensive rebound gives Michigan State a score, and they're down 1, 33-32 to Ohio State. 15 and a half to play in the game. Thornton working the left sideline, Ohio State on Fears. Thornton will now spin to the foul line, throw a Chapman right of the key. Chapman jab stepping on Tang, dribbling high on the right sideline. Tayson Chapman throws to Thornton between the rings, 10 on the shot clock. Thornton doubled up, dribbles, drives left to lane, goes to the hoop, shot blocked from behind by Scott, into the hands of Kohler of Michigan State. Spartans on the run down a point. Fears head of the key to Scott, right point, shoots a 3. The Chapman blocks into the hands of Thornton, but they called, what'd they call?
A foul.
Ooh, on Tayson Chapman, I would guess, as he went for the block and got a piece of the ball, and we'll get a timeout with 15:09 to play second half. It's 33-32. Ohio State leading Michigan State. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
Around here, it's all-wheel drive all year round. And Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anyone. Like the family-size Highlander and the bigger, more powerful Grand Highlander. Now through March 2nd, get 4.99 APR financing on any new 26 Highlander or Grand Highlander, including hybrid models, with approved credit through TFS. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, 2 years no-cost maintenance. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Life is more fun with a pal. So is pizza. So check out Donato's $5 Pizza Pals menu. Order any large pizza and add on your choice of a sub, salad, wings, a 10-inch pizza, and more for just $5 each. Order your favorite $5 Pizza Pals from Donatos.com today. More toppings, more flavor, more fun. Donatos. Gotta love more.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
Now, getting ahead in this world is not as complicated as it might seem. Having the early guidance and counsel of your community banker, one who knows you and your family's story, can make a great deal of difference. Relationships matter. Bank on community banking. I'm Scott McComb, coming over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
Stay safe this season and make a plan for a safe ride home. If you drive drunk, you will be caught and you will be arrested. Drive sober or get pulled over. Funded by the Ohio Traffic Safety Office and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. 15:09 to play second half here in East Lansing. It is 33-32. Ohio State leading Michigan State by 1.
Yeah, looking down at Ohio State's bench, they come in with John Mobley Jr. out because of his hand, and then you also have Devin Rowe, who's out because he's ill, and now Colin White is getting attention from the trainer, Tony Lorenzi. Not quite sure what's causing the issue, but boy, he is definitely having some issues there.
Yeah, it looked like it was maybe one of his legs or maybe his calf. And, of course, he just made his first three-pointer of the year. Maybe things were starting to look good. And
build on that confidence from there, Paul. Yeah. You make a shot, you start to feel good. He's standing up now. Looks like he's feeling a little better, but he's definitely limping.
Yeah, something's not right.
Could be cramping.
And he's going to go into the locker room with Tony Lorenzi. Colin White is. 33-32, Ohio State leading. Tayson Chapman fouled a three-point shooter. So Michigan State's going to get 3 free throws opportunities from Jordan Scott. 6'8" freshman from Reston, Virginia. Young man that on the season is a 69% free throw shooter, and he's been hot as of late, averaging almost 12 points in the last 4 games.
Yeah, he's been really good in that starting lineup, Paul, with his size and length. And
hits his first free throw.
Now you add in confidence.
Well, he's got good genes. His mother played at Maryland. His dad played at Miami, the Miami Hurricanes, not the undefeated Miami Redhawks. Second free throw missed by Jordan Scott. And
what a story.
Yes, incredible. How about Coach Travis Steele and his Redhawks?
Winning is fun.
And it's apparently contagious in Oxford. Jackson Kohler out, Cam Ward in for Michigan State. Jordan Scott will attempt his third free throw, and he hits it. 4 points for Scott to tie the... No, it's now Michigan State leading, 34-33. 5 minutes into the second half. Here at the Breslin Center. Bruce Thornton up the right side. Ohio State picked up by Scott. Throws top of the key to Amari Bynum. Bynum guarded by Ward. One dribble goes top of the key to Ivan Yagobin, where he's checked by Cooper. Swings it out to Chapman on the right point. 13 on the shot clock for Tayson Chapman, dribbling right of center circle. Tang guarding him. Leaves it Thornton back to Chapman, center circle. 8 on the shot clock. Chapman to the left point, dribbling on Tang. 5 on the shot clock. Chapman to the foul line. Chapman in trouble, gets the ball to Cups, dribbling on the left point, shoots a 3 off the bounce. No good as it goes out of bounds. And it went as a shot clock violation is also scored. So the ball goes to Michigan State.
Yeah, if you're Tayson Chapman, again, this is the growth. Hey, you've been doing well. The opposition is going to try to take you out of your comfort zone. A tremendous amount of defense by Kerr Tang on Tayson Chapman. You got to be able to play through it.
Puff Johnson in. Gabe Cups out for Ohio State, who trails 34-33. 14:38 left in the second half here at the Breslin Center. Fears dribbles up the middle floor. Right point pass to Kerr Tang. Back to Fears between the rings, where he's guarded by Thornton. It's a man-to-man defense now. Ball is thrown right at the foul line. Carson Cooper. Cooper out of a high post will dribble at top of the key. Cooper stops his dribble, gives it now where Fears will go down the right lane line to the hoop, passes underneath, and it's dunked left to the rim by Ward.
That's Jeremy Fears Jr. at his best ball.
First two for Cam Ward. 36-33 Michigan State. 14-10 left in the game. Thornton brings it down to the right point and gives it up to Amari Bynum right of the key. Bounces top of the circle, Ivan Yagobin, where he's guarded by Cooper. Holds it over his head at 7-2, pitches it high on the left. Now Chapman, left point to Thornton. Thornton on Scott. Dribbling left to the key. Takes it foul line. Thornton goes to Chapman, right wing. Pulls the trigger for 3. No good. Rebound slapped around. Grabbed by Yagobin. Put up. No good, but he's fouled. Ivan Yagobin is under the lid.
If you're Tayson Chapman, you can't ask for much opener shot than that one. Great penetration by the Buckeyes up top. Got it wide open to Tayson Chapman, but he's a little off here this afternoon.
Foul is on Fears, his second. So Ivan Yagobin, who got an offensive rebound, will go to the free throw line, where on the season, Ivan is 64% shooter.
And Jake Diebler, again, was challenging his players, especially the front line, about getting those types of rebounds, Paul. Could be the difference maker in this ball game.
It's been a rough day at the free throw line, however, for Ohio State. First one for Ivan is good.
That looked a little strong.
It did, but it rattled right down to the bottom of the net.
Yes.
5 points for Ivan Yagobin. Cohen Carr back in, replacing Jordan Scott for Michigan State.
Christoph Tilley is at the scorer's table. He will be coming in for the shooter.
Yagobin, 7'2" sophomore from Croatia. Colin White back out of the locker room on the bench. Free throw, Yagobin is good. So he has scored 6 points, replaced, as you said, by Tilley. And the Buckeyes down a point, 36-35. Just under 14 minutes to play in this game at Breslin Center in East Lansing, Michigan, the state capital. Ball comes in the right point to Kerr Tang for Michigan State, guarded by Chapman. Tang looking all over, throws top of the key to Cameron Ward, off on the left point to Jeremy Fears. Pushes it to the foul line, gives it Cooper head to the key. Gives it up now to Carr on the right point. Dribbles foul line, Carr now left point to Ward, leaves it high on the left for Fears. 9 on the shot clock. Foul line pass comes to Cooper, back to Fears at the stripe, stops, leans in the lane, shoots off balance, got it.
That's pretty good defense by Bruce Thornton. That's just a wonderful fadeaway by Jeremy Fears Jr.
Who's got 7 points, 38-35 Michigan State. 13-15 left in the game. Thornton right of center circle, starts Ohio State's offense. Throws now for Puff Johnson on the right point. Johnson will give it up center circle, Christoph Tilley. He'll dribble to the left point, leave it left to the key, Tayson Chapman. Chapman slips while dribbling top of the key, drops it off now on the left point for Thornton with 9 on the shot clock. Thornton working top of the circle, dribbles out left point, shoots a 3, and hits it from left to the key, Bruce Thornton.
Going off that little screen set there up top, Paul. Drills it, as you stated, long range.
21 for Bruce Thornton to make it 38 all. Ohio State and Michigan tied, and The official stopped play because the ball was slapped all around. And that's going to allow Denim Wojcik to check in, replacing Jeremy Fears. Wojcik is playing with a bad shoulder that's going to require surgery when the season ends. And this is a young man who did not play last year when he was at Harvard because of 2 hip surgeries, if we are to believe Will Tiemann, the Michigan State radio announcer. Ball comes to Cooper on the right point. He got fouled, but it wasn't called as Tilly was all over him. Ball to Cam Ward, top of the key. Dribbles left, right to the foul line. Hands it now where Tang takes it down the left lane line. Wild shot thrown up and missed. Offensive rebound. Ward shot blocked, but a foul called as the block came from behind.
Coach Izzo is almost halfway out on the floor, voicing his unhappiness with the way the officials are calling this game.
The foul is called on Amari Bynum, his 3rd. Well, that's because he felt as though Christoph Tilly had.
He did.
And he certainly did, but they didn't call it.
Right in front of him,
Right in front of the head coach. So Cameron Ward will go to the free throw line, where today he is 0 for 2. Again, a 48% free throw shooter that averages a little better than 5 points a game.
The official is at the scores table looking at something.
We can only guess. If you never know for sure, guess time. Well, so Cameron Ward will be up there at the free throw line. That is the 3rd team foul of the half against Ohio State as Ward drops the first one in for his 3rd point.
You mentioned, Paul, not a great free throw shooter, sub 50.
Mm-hmm. Kohler in to replace Cooper for Michigan State, and Jackson Kohler playing with 3 fouls.
Who did not start the second half.
No, he didn't. Oh. Second free throw is good. There was going to be a 3rd try because Puff Johnson got in the lane early, but it didn't matter. 4 for Cameron Ward, and it's a 40-38 Michigan State lead. 12:23 to play in the game here in East Lansing. Thornton, center circle, Ohio State. Picked up by Wojcik, guarding him just at center circle. Thornton still dribbling. Shot clock down to 13 seconds. Thornton between the rings on Wojcik. Takes him down the left side of the lane. Shoots below the foul line. No good. Thornton rebounds his miss in the paint, and a whistle stops play as he's fouled. He came down between a couple of Spartans, Bruce Thornton did, as he rebounded his own miss.
I think Wojcik's from behind, Paul, I believe.
And that is going to be team foul number 3 on the Spartans, and they call it on McCullough, who had come in, a young man from Cleveland, his 2nd.
Yeah, he reached in.
So to be a common foul, Chapman will inbound it left of the backboard for Ohio State, who trails 40-38. Shot clock reset at 20 for the Buckeyes. Chapman looking still, throws it out to Thornton, who catches it left of center circle. 12:04 to play in the game, 40-38 Michigan State leading. Thornton dribbling top of the key on Wojcik. Gets it now to Chapman, left wing, throws a 3 that he buries.
That's good for his confidence. 2 of 7 now for Taysom Chapman,
who's got 5 points total. 41-40, Ohio State back in front with 11:47 left in the game. Wojcik, Michigan State, brings it right point for Kerr Tang. Now it'll come high on the left to Cohen Carr. Carr looking all over to throw to somebody. Dribbles once, shovels the top of the key to Wojcik. Denim Wojcik now dribbling left to the foul line on Chapman. Gives it high on the right, McCullough. Off on the right point it comes now to Tang. Shoots a fadeaway at the foul line. Giggles in and out. Rebound grabbed by Bynum into the lid for Ohio State. 41-40 Buckeyes by a single tally with 11:21 left in the game here in East Lansing. Thornton center circle, setting a slow pace. Hands it off high on the left for Taysom Chapman, who dribbles top of the key, throws it high on the right to Puff Johnson. Guarded by Carr, gives it up top of the key. Christoph Tilly leaves it Chapman on the left point. Returns to Tilly, pass deflected. Tilly saves in the left corner. 7 on the shot clock. Tilly bumping against McCullough down on the left block. Tilly turns, shoots a fadeaway left corner, up and in. Christoph Tilly.
That's a tough shot there, Paul. Fading away, short corner.
43-40, Ohio State leading with under 11 to play in the game. Ward right point, right wing to Tang, who's fouled. Chapman tried to stay with him on the right wing, and Taysom Chapman whistled for his 2nd, and we'll get a timeout with 10:50 to play in the game in East Lansing. 43-40. Ohio State ahead of Michigan State. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You stick to your coast at all costs. You never let traffic stop your drive. You aren't just a dreamer, you're a doer. You power through all of life's hills and valleys without hesitation. You're not looking to be discovered. You've already found your place. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, Ohio State fans, are you looking to score big with your home equity? Union Home Mortgage will help you unlock the value of your home and fund the promises you've made to yourself and your family. If you need to pay off debt, have home improvements, or whatever your family needs are, visit UHM.com and score financial freedom with Union Home Mortgage, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Union Home Mortgage Corp. is an equal housing opportunity lender and MLS number 2229.
Hey College Hoops fans, it's sideline reporter Molly McGrath teaming up with Evan Williams Bourbon to welcome you to Bourbon Nation, the home of game day spirit. From the couch to courtside, Evan Williams is with you for every tip-off and buzzer beater. Because we might be divided by the score, but we're united by the pour. Find a bottle near you at evanwilliams.com and make this extra-aged Kentucky bourbon a part of your game day tradition. Go Buckeyes! Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky, 43% alcohol by volume, must be 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly.
Always and forever your home of the Buckeyes. Home of the Buckeyes. The Fan. This is the Ohio State Sports Network. Presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center. The team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Buckeye fans, if you're listening to this right now, it's time for a reward, and you can reward your full-time fandom with a nice cold Modelo. Remember, Modelo is brewed for full-time Buckeye fans. 10 minutes, 50 seconds left in today's game at the Breslin Center, and it's 43-40, Ohio State leading Michigan State.
If your Ohio State continue to manage the game, Paul, do not allow Michigan State to have large runs. They had one earlier to take the lead, 36-33 at 8-0 run. But if your Ohio State continue to have an answer, Bruce Thornton played 20 minutes in the first half. Based on how things are going, I would suspect that he's going to play the entire 20 minutes of the second half. But he's doing a solid job, Paul. He may need to score 30-plus here this afternoon. He's at 21 right now.
On the heels of a 27-point game on Tuesday night against Wisconsin, a game that put him over 2,000 in his career, and he has now moved past Herb Williams to be the number 2 scorer in Ohio State history behind Dennis Hobson.
Two pretty good players there. But then you look at Amari Bynum, Paul, it's more times than not, sometimes when you get in foul trouble, it disrupts your offense, and he has not been able to get going. 0 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 of those coming from long range. He has yet to get to the free throw line. He's got 2 rebounds, but he had a couple of really good games in a row for Ohio State.
Well, you mentioned he was under the weather. He didn't even participate in last night's shoot-around here at the Breslin Center.
6 of 8 from the last 2 games from beyond the arc.
43-40, Ohio State leading. Michigan State will inbound. Fears from right of the backboard gets it in the right corner. Jordan Scott, top of the key to Jackson Kohler, who brings it to the left point for Fears. Checked by Thornton as Fears. Dribble drives left baseline. In the lane, throws a pass where Scott will shoot a 3 right of the key. Hit it.
Fears do not allow him to get in the lane, Paul. He forces the defense to react, to defend him, and then he finds the open shooter.
It's Jordan Scott, who's got 7 and ties the game at 43. With 10.5 left in the game. Thornton center circle, Ohio State bounces left of the circle to Christoph Tilley. Brings it top of the key. Tilley walks it over to the right point, stops his dribble in the right point, sends it center circle. Tayson Chapman, who slides all the way to the right point, throws Tilley top of the key. Down the right side of the lane goes Tilley. Shoots from low on the right and scores it over Kohler. Christoph Tilley. 8 for Tilley to put the Buckeyes back in front, 45-43. Michigan State hustled it up court. Carr, left corner, left point Kohler with 10 minutes left in the game. Now Fears, head of the key, throws right point to Scott against the zone. Top of the key, Fears, left wing Carr. Now left of the foul line. Kohler shoots and hits it, and a foul called underneath after the basket's made.
Puff Johnson, I believe.
Kohler with 5. The foul looked like it was committed against Carson Cooper.
And they're going to look at this to see if there's something flagrant.
Well, that basket tied the game at 45. The foul, as you said, Ron, on Puff Johnson, his 4th. So the officials and DJ Carstensen will go to the scorer's table.
It was Cooper that was underneath the basket after taking whatever hit he got.
So the game is even at 45 all with 9:56 to play in the game. Scoreboard is telling us right now that his 4 team fouls against Ohio State. It looked like there was some contact.
Yeah, I see it. He was pushed by Puff Johnson into Amari Bynum, and that's where he hit Amari Bynum's elbow. Nothing
to Cooper's head.
Yeah, nothing flagrant there.
And it doesn't appear they're going to call it that way because the officials have broken up their confab right away.
It's a foul. It's a foul on Puff Johnson.
Yes, but nothing more than just a foul.
Nothing more than that.
So 4 fouls on Puff Johnson now, 5.5 against Ohio State. So even though the score came, the Spartans are going to keep the ball up front in a tie game at 45.
Got a chance to put an additional 2 or 3 on the board, or 1, 2, or 3.
Yes. Again, Ohio State playing undermanned without John Mobley, which was expected, but also without Devin Royal, apparently because of illness. So the Spartans' Jeremy Fears will inbound the ball from left to the backboard with a 20 on the shot clock. 45 all the score. Now Fears was going to inbound. He came back onto the court, and he goes back out of bounds to throw it in. Throws it out left to the foul line, Carson Cooper. Top of the key to Jackson Kohler, who's guarded by Bonham. Kohler will leave it head of the circle to Fears with 14 on the shot clock in a tie game. Bounce pass and a foul called as Scott was the intended recipient, but he fell down because of an Ohio State foul.
Yeah, it was on Taysom Chapman trying to battle around a screen that was set, but you just got to be better.
And Chapman with 3 fouls will leave in favor of Gabe Cupps.
It was the right call. There was a lot of contact there. He grabbed the offensive player.
16 fouls against Ohio State. Fears to inbound from right to the backboard, lobs it out between the circles. Kohler bobbles but saves it, leaves it center circle for Fears. Game tied at 45. Fears, Michigan State, dribbles left point on Thornton. Fears now shovels it on the right wing where Kohler fakes a 3, reset, shoots a 3, same spot. No good. Kohler, rebound loose, ball out of bounds. It is off the Spartans as Cohen Carr tried to grab it, but he butterfingered it out of bounds.
Yeah, he was able to get around. He was able to get around Christoph Tilley, get his hands on it, Paul.
Yeah, that was the problem. He got his hands on it. For the Spartans, 45 all the score. Buckeyes and Spartans dead even. 9.5 to play in the game. Gabe Cupps brings it right of center circle to Ohio State, where he's guarded by Fears. Cupps dribbling a high on the right with the left hand. Goes to the top of the key to Bruce Thornton. Thornton working on Scott, dribbles him down the left side of the lane, goes now on the right point to Bonham. Bonham drives down the right lane line. Bonham gives it up top of the key to Thornton. 9 on the shot clock. Thornton working left point, pumps up a 3 ball, no good. Thornton, rebound is grabbed. Carr, Michigan State in a tie game at 45. Fears up the right side with 9:04 to play in the game. Fears right to the key with it. Dribbles now down the left side of the foul line. Gets it left wing where Kohler has it. Kicks it back to Fears, head of the key on Cupps. Fears will get it right to the foul line. Carson Cooper with 13 on the shot clock. Back to Fears between the rings. Dribbles to the right point. Fears stops, goes to Carr, left point. He'll drive down the lane. Carr forces a shot up that he misses, and the ball goes out of bounds off Christoph Tilley, I believe. So the ball belonged to Michigan State with 5 on the shot clock.
Yeah, an excellent wall up there by Colin White, who's on the ground still.
Again.
Could be cramping, Paul.
Well, we mentioned he was in quite a bit of discomfort a few moments ago. And he's up and moving, but he doesn't look like he's moving 100%. And now Ohio State's going to get Taysom Chapman to come in ostensibly to replace Colin White. This might be the most minutes Colin White's played since the first of the year. And Jake Diebler, the head coach, along with the athletic trainer, Tony Lorenzo, come out to walk him toward the bench.
He's 6'6", somewhat athletic, Paul, so he could be a valuable defender in the middle. As I said, he walled up really nicely there.
5 seconds on the shot clock for Michigan State. 8:43 left in the game. That is tied at 45. Both teams are going to get a little bit of a mini timeout here for whatever reason. But Michigan State's going to have it up front with very little time to work with.
This is the most zone we've seen in one game by Ohio State, and we understand why, because of the shortage of players, guys in foul trouble, injuries like Colin White. So if you're Coach Diebler, you're just trying to figure out a way to play your best effort on the defensive side.
And Colin White's going back into the locker room again along with Tony Lorenzi, the athletic trainer.
Yeah, I think it's his right foot or calf.
45-45 the score. Ohio State and Michigan State. This is the only regular season game between these two teams, who seemingly always play on Sunday afternoons when it's in East Lansing. You could almost make book on that. I was telling Skip Mossick last night, I think the last time they played a Saturday game here was when Greg Oden and Mike Conley played.
Wow.
Yeah.
And those are some fun matchups.
And that, yes, it was.
High-level basketball.
Well, Michigan State will inbound it. Shot clock's reset at 20 seconds now for the Spartans. Fears will inbound in the right corner, Jordan Scott. Now to come Kohler, top of the key. Brings it over to Fears on the left point. Races to the foul line, loses the ball in the lane. Out of bounds it goes, but we get another foul call.
And Meyer Bynum took a hit.
And he's down writhing in pain.
Jeremy Fears went to the basket. I think his knee hit Amari Bynum in the midsection.
And the fouls are starting to mount up here. That would be team foul number 7 against Ohio State They haven't given us a clear indication yet who they've called it on.
They're asking, the coaching staff is asking for them to review it.
And they are reviewing it again. And we're not down on the floor, and we're not where we can get a clear indication of what the personal foul is called against Ohio State. They haven't said who. Maybe I would guess Bynum.
Yeah, absolutely. He's the one that was there from a defensive standpoint.
Which would be his fourth, if that's the case. But it is being reviewed down on the floor. Again, the game is tied at 45 with 8:37 to play in the second half.
You know, Jeremy Fears this season has been accused of doing some things outside of normal basketball, and sometimes, you know, your reputation can cause some of this type of interpretation. But if you're Jeremy Fears, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late, Paul, one of the better point guards in the entire country, obviously leading the nation in assisting.
Well, Tom Izzo does not look happy, the Michigan State coach, about whatever has been determined. And again, we're not where we can get a clear indication as to what it is. They're still showing on our monitor 3 fouls on Amari Bynum, which was what he had before this was stopped. And both teams are coming back onto the court. At the stoppage, it was going to be Michigan State's ball, and Fears is going to be at the free throw line. It is a foul on Bynum, his fourth. So Fears will go to the line. That is the 7th team foul on Ohio State. Fears is shooting 2, where he is 2 for 2 today and has scored 7 points. First free throw for Fears is good. Breaks the tie.
Think about all the talented and gifted point guards that Coach Izzo has been able to recruit and coach.
Yes.
Mateen Cleaves is one that jumps to mind, part of that national championship.
Yes. Ivan Yugovin has come in for Ohio State, replacing Gabe Cupps. Tilly has come out also.
Double tech here, Paul. Jeremy Fears and I believe Gabe Cupps.
Wow. Gabe Cupps was off to the left of where the free throws are being shot.
And Coach Izzo is not happy with the officials right now.
That is the 3rd foul on Fears. If it is Cupps, as you said, Ron, that would be his first. So Fears is going to finish shooting his free throws on the personal foul here. And that one is up and good. So 9 points for Jeremy Fears. Breaks the tie and gives Michigan State a 47-45 lead with 8:32 to play in the game. Tayson Chapman, center circle with it. Ohio State. Cohen Carr picks him up as Chapman dumps it top of the key to Ivan Yugovin. Back to Chapman, right of the perimeter. He'll dribble to the right point. Tayson Chapman. Now Chapman throws high on the left to Bruce Thornton. Thornton drives at foul line. Throws now left wing Johnson. Throws a 3. No good. Johnson. A rebound comes down to Kohler for Michigan State. 47-45 Spartans. Fears. Across the line right side to Kohler left point. Left winger to go. Jordan Scott. Scott on Johnson. Gives the top of the key. Carson Cooper brings it to the right point to Fears, who slides to the foul line. Lobs in the lane where it's caught by Cooper from low on the right. Fake. Shoot. Scores.
Jeremy Fears at his best. He is just finding his teammates, Paul, leading to these scores.
14 for Carson Cooper, and we'll get a timeout for Ohio State. 7:48 to play in the game in East Lansing. It is 49-45. Michigan State leading Ohio State. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
Around here, it's all-wheel drive all year round. And Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anyone, with more on the way, including the all-new RAV4, totally redesigned to be more capable. Totally hybrid to fit your lifestyle, with multiple drivetrain options so you can maximize your weekend adventures or your fuel efficiency. And these new RAV4s are coming soon. Contact your Toyota dealer for arrival timing. Toyota, let's go places.
AEP Energy wants to know if you're ready to say goodbye to higher rates and hello to savings. Get your energy costs under control by locking in a fixed rate for your electricity supply. You'll lower your bills and get price protection from rising rates. Take control and lock in a low fixed rate. Visit aepenergy.com/OSU to get started. AEP Energy, the official electricity and natural gas sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. AEP Energy is a competitive retail electrical and natural gas service provider and affiliate of Ohio Power Company, AEP Ohio. AEP Energy is not soliciting on behalf of and is not an agent of AEP Ohio.
Running around is a requirement on the court, but it shouldn't be the norm for grocery shopping. Get everything in one place at Giant Eagle, with produce delivered daily, meat and seafood expertly cut by our team, and bread and desserts baked in store. Fresh is our thing. With My Perks rewards, everyday low prices, and weekly deals, saving is simple. Shop at Giant Eagle, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. For freshness, quality, and savings in one stop, Giant Eagle, because it matters.
Hear every Buckeye game every year. The Fan. You're listening to the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Our broadcast position is sponsored by Union Home Mortgage, the official home lending sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Learn about their 1% down payment program at UHM.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229. 7:48 to play second half in East Lansing. 49-45, Michigan State leading Ohio State.
Yeah, if you're Bruce Thornton, you might be pacing yourself a little bit. You know you're going to have to play the entire game, but they need his scoring. Ohio State has been really shut down by Michigan State. The last 3 minutes has yet to put points on the board. And as I said, you have times when he's out there with guys averaging less than 5, 4, 3 points per game. And now they're in the position where they're being asked to score on the road against Michigan State.
Well, one piece of good news, Colin White is back out of the locker room, and he's out there on the bench for Ohio State. That's 2 different times he's gone to the locker room for some sort of injury concern. Spartans out of the timeout will have Jackson Kohler, Carson Cooper, Jordan Scott, Cohen Carr, and Jeremy Fears their starting 5. Gabe Cupps, Bruce Thornton, Puff Johnson, Christoph Tilley, and Tayson Chapman of the court for Ohio State. 49-45, Michigan State leading. Ohio State was up by 3 at the half, 26-23. Thornton for the Buckeyes inbounds from the right sideline on the right point to Tilley, back to Thornton, who dribbles top of the key. Thornton takes it to the left point with Scott guarding him. He gives it head of the key to Christoph Tilley. Works on Kohler, dribbles him right of the foul line. Back to Thornton, head of the circle. Thornton goes in the right corner with Cupps with the ball. Drives it under the backboard. Cupps, 10 of the shot clock. Left corner to Johnson. Wheels into the lane. Johnson scoops it up. Blocked from low on the right. Cooper blocked it, but they called a foul on Carson Cooper. Wow. And on Cooper, that is his first. We get another timeout with 7.5 minutes left in the game. 49-45, Michigan State leading Ohio State. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
Buckeye fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
From the first whistle to the final play, being a Buckeye fan calls for commitment and support. Nature Made vitamins are your winning play. From the #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin and supplement brand, Nature Made is made to care for fans on game day and every day. So you can go all in on big wins, tough losses, and still show up for your team every time. Nature Made, proud vitamin and supplement sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
The best outcomes for treating cancer come from early detection and early diagnosis.
The James Cancer Diagnostic Center at Ohio State
is designed to provide rapid evaluation and a clear diagnosis.
We are transforming care by giving patients direct access
to cancer experts who study and treat cancer every day.
If you think you have cancer, the choice is clear.
Choose the James Cancer Diagnostic Center.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for fan day and game day at Kohl's and Kohls.com. 7:30 to play second half here in East Lansing. It is 49-45, Michigan State leading Ohio State.
Well, you had 2 Ohio State players who deferred on the three-point ball. Gabe Cupps wide open in the corner, drove, kicked it out to Puff Johnson, who was open beyond the arc. He chose to drive it. He took advantage of the fact that they called the foul on Carson Cooper. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws, and Carson Cooper's having a pretty solid game here so far this afternoon. He is 5 of 6 from the field, 14 points, perfect from the free throw line, along with 6 rebounds.
His 14 are a team high for Michigan State. Fans didn't like because the block up top was clean, but there was a little contact with Johnson's shoulder.
It's one of those frontline players that you've seen over the years that Coach Izzo has been able to recruit and develop every single year. Every single year just got better and better, and then big-time improvement from last season to this year.
Johnson at the free throw line for the first time today. A 54% free throw shooter, 57% and he cans his first one. This has not been a good day at the free throw line for Ohio State. They are now 4 for 9. Donovan Puff Johnson. Left hands his second one up and in. So his first 2 points of the game come from the foul line. And now Colin White comes in for Ohio State as the Buckeyes find themselves down a couple, 49-47. He replaces Gabe Cupps. And the Buckeyes are going to put backcourt pressure on. Cohen Carr to inbound to the back baseline for Michigan State. Carr looking, throws where it's caught. Kohler caught it. Looked like he might have almost gotten away with a step. Returns it for Carr. Across the line left side. Cohen Carr will push it top of the key for Michigan State. Loses the ball, but it's saved in the right point by Scott. Top of the key it comes to Fears. 15 on the shot clock. Head of the circle pass goes Carson Cooper. Dribbles to the left point. Shot clock down to 10. Fears with it ahead of the key to the foul line. Fears goes now where Kohler's open left wing. Shoots and misses a 3-ball. Rebound fought for. Grabbed underneath by Scott. Puts it up and in from left of the rim.
Now you play great defense, but it doesn't end until you secure the rebound. Ohio State obviously did not do that.
9 for Jordan Scott. 51-47 Michigan State. Under 7 to play in the game. Chapman center circle. Leaves it right of the logo for Thornton. Goes high on the right now to Colin White, who's checked by Carr. Top of the key to Tilley. Dribbles to the left point. Bounces left to the key for Bruce Thornton. Thornton looks inside, but he'll dribble it to the foul line. Spin. Stop at the stripe. Shoot it left to the foul line. Got it.
Yeah, Bruce Thornton got to his spot, Paul, and he's so strong, elevated.
23 for Thornton, 51-49 Michigan State, the lead in the ball. 6:27 to play in the game. Fears gets it to Scott on the right point, top of the key. Fears against the matchup zone. Fears checked by Chapman, now throws right to the foul line. Cooper fires a jumper, hits it.
I found a spot behind that initial thrust of that zone defense, and Cooper nicely knocks it down.
16 for Carson Cooper, 53-49 Michigan State. A little more than 6 to play in the game. Ball comes to Thornton, leaves it left point. Taysom Chapman left to the key to Puff Johnson. Johnson will send it to Thornton, top of the circle. Here's Thornton, holds it over his head, dribbles to the right point on Scott, gets it deep in the right corner where a 3 is in the air and missed by Taysom Chapman. Rebounded Carson Cooper, Michigan State. 53-49 Spartans with 5:48 to play in the game. Fears will take it to the right point, go down the right lane line, running shot. It's a pass where Cooper misses a volley from left of the rim, but Kohler rebounds, gets it right point. Scott, top of the key. Fears resets and throws down on the right block to Carson Cooper, who's guarded by the smaller Thornton. Shoots below the foul line, up, no good. White rebounds Ohio State. 53-49. Buckeyes trail the Spartans with 5:27 left in the game. Taysom Chapman slowly bringing it up right side for Ohio State. Bounces center circle to Colin White, who's covered by Cohen Carr. White looking all over to feed, flips it to Chapman on the right point. Chapman checked by Fears, dribbles right wing, throws to Tilley, right of the foul line. Goes now in the left corner, Johnson shoots a 3, no good. Johnson. Rebound Kohler, Michigan State. 53-49 Spartans. As quickly up court comes Fears to the foul line. Fears works now high on the right with Thornton guarding him. 20 on the shot clock, under 5 to play in the game. Jeremy Fears, top of the key, Michigan State. Dribbles now to the right point, Fears. Fears bumped by Tilley, no whistle. Finally it comes as Tilley's called for the foul.
Late whistle, but the appropriate one.
Second on Tilley. The 8th in the half on Ohio State, so Fears will go to the free throw line. And people have to also remember, this is a young man 2 years ago who during the season suffered a gunshot wound and basically cost him his first year.
And part of that, Paul, you don't have a chance to develop as a player as you go through that.
Yeah, it really affected him all the way through that following summer. So 53-49, Michigan State leading. Jeremy Fears at the free throw line where he has scored all but 5 of his points. First to the 1-and-1, he is good. He's in double figures now for the 21st time this season with 10 points.
Michigan State 14 of 18 from the line, and that's been an issue for Ohio State while being on the road with the opposition. They make more than Ohio State has attempted, and that's the case right now.
Tears with a bonus free throw. And he scores that one as well, giving him 11. And giving Michigan State a 55-49 lead with 4:50 to play in the game. Here in East Lansing. Bruce Thornton across the timeline, left side, Ohio State. Jordan Scott picks him up man-to-man. Thornton drifts out to the left point with his dribble. Now Thornton will drive left to the lane, go to the hoop, falls down, and he draws a Michigan State foul, and I think he might have gotten away with the travel.
Yeah, Jordan Scott's going to be called for the foul. The official said he was tripped.
Well,
we'll have a chance
maybe,
to look at the replay.
But Bruce Thornton gets benefit of the call.
I don't think he was tripped, but he was clearly bumped.
So Bruce will go to the free throw line where today he is 1 for 2. And on the year, an 82% foul shooter. 23-point game going for Bruce Thornton. First of 2 is good. He started the day, you think we've talked about all the Ohio State numbers? He started the day number 36 in Big Ten history in career scoring.
And 3 straight now, 4 straight, 20-plus or more games.
Hits the second free throw for his 25th point. Bruce Thornton trying to keep Ohio State in it. They trail 55-51 with 4.5 to play in the game. Seems similar to 2 years ago where Ohio State pulled out a victory. Fears, top of the key, Michigan State. Looks left, dribbles left point, picks up his dribble, throws top of the key now where Cooper has it. Guarded by Njegovan. Cooper shovels it on the right point. Jordan Scott brings it to the foul line. Scott bouncing the lane. Cooper open dunks.
And just patent pick and roll, Paul.
18 Carson Cooper.
Yeah, Jordan Scott, nice bounce pass.
57-51 Michigan State with 4:08 left in the game. Thornton on the right point with it, Ohio State. Throws it now on the left point. Chapman, left corner to Colin White. He'll snap off a 3 that's in and out. A rebound, Cooper, Michigan State. 57-51 Spartans with under 4 to play in the game. Fears between the circles with it, starting it for the Spartans against a man-to-man defense. Throws to Tang on the left point. Kerr, Tang dumps it now where Kohler has it down on the left block. Drives to the hoop, shot up, good.
Yeah, drop stepped on Ivan Njegovan. That's a pretty nice move there. Back-to-back solid possessions for the Spartans.
7 for Jackson Kohler, 59-51 Michigan State. Jake Diebler wants a timeout with 3:36 to play. We'll pause also. 59-51 Michigan State ahead of Ohio State. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You stick to your coast at all costs. You never let traffic stop your drive. You aren't just a dreamer, you're a doer. You power through all of life's hills and valleys without hesitation. You're not looking to be discovered. You've already found your place. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Sick of gray, gloomy winter hibernation? At Kohl's, you can make spring come early with colorful accents that brighten up your home, like vibrant cookware and decor, cozy bedding and towels. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members save 15% on home purchases. So shop Kohl's Home Refresh and move on to spring. The weather will catch up eventually. Select styles. Offer ends March 1st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the court. That's why Encova Insurance is prepared for what's next and protects what matters most to you. With independent insurance agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova Insurance is an easy win for your peace of mind. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you.
Buckeye football lives here. The Fan. This is the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
3:36 to play second half here in East Lansing, Michigan. It's 59-51 Michigan State leading Ohio State. Stay tuned after the game for the Encova Insurance postgame show. We'll hear from Coach Jake Diebler and have a complete recap of today's game, brought to you by Encova Insurance. For auto and home, encircling you with solutions you can trust. Encova, a proud sponsor of Ohio State athletics. And let's pause 10 seconds for station identification in the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Always and forever your Ohio State flagship station.
WBNS-FM HD1 Columbus.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Well, a game that Ohio State has had the lead for a majority of it, but right now It's Michigan State 59-51 with 3:36 to play. Spartans just kind of grinding the Buckeyes down right now.
They are, and Ohio State's having a bunch of empty possessions, Paul, and Amari Bynum going back to the freshman who's been playing really well. Three straight games in double figures. The only time he did not score, that was back in January against Minnesota, where he played a total of about 29 minutes and only did not score a single point. Here he is right now, 3:36 to go, 0-4 from the field. Any kind of productivity from him or any other Buckeyes besides Bruce Thornton will be helpful. You can really tell that Michigan State has done a really good job in trying to keep Bruce Thornton from being effective and being the point guy scoring for Michigan State, for Ohio State here in the second half.
Thornton has 25. Christoph Tilley has 8, 6 for Ivan Yagovin. Those are the top scorers of the Buckeyes right now, while Michigan State's being led by 18 from Carson Cooper. He's on the court with Jeremy Fears, Kerr Tang, Jackson Kohler, and Jordan Scott. The Buckeyes with Gabe Cupps, Amari Bynum, Colin White, Bruce Thornton, and Christoph Tilley. And again, Ohio State today playing without both John Mobley and Devin Royal. Buckeyes have the ball up front, trailing 59-51. Gabe Cupps right of center circle. Dribbling on Fears on the right point is Cupps, third-year sophomore, flips it right wing now to Bruce Thornton. Thornton checked by Tang, will dribble it to the right point. Thornton now bounces to Cupps, high on the left. Shot clock at 13. Ball thrown right to the foul line. Tilley returns to Thornton right at the key, throws a three that's no good. Rebound Scott, and he falls down, lose the ball, but the Spartans hang on to it with Fears collecting it. 59-51 Michigan State, 3:10 left in the game. Here at the Breslin Center. Jeremy Fears between the circles, checked by Gabe Cupps in a man-to-man. Dribbles to the left point, Fears does, keeps it alive, picks up his dribble, bounces where it's caught now by Kohler in the left corner. Kohler backs down into a double team on the left block. Kohler in trouble with the ball, gets it Tang, left point, top of the key. Scott 7 on the shot clock as Scott goes to the right wing, shoots a jump shot. Jordan Scott hits it.
They got exactly what they wanted, a possession that took time off the clock. High percentage shot.
Jordan Scott with 11, and it's a 10-point Michigan State lead, 61-51, with 2.5 left in the game. Gabe Cupps will get the ball top of the key. Thornton, who dribbles to the foul line, leans, bumps, shot blocked, but a foul call.
Jordan Scott with the bump. Bruce Thornton go to the line, shoot 2 free throws.
Third foul on Scott, as Thornton kind of coaxed him into it.
Yeah, just trying to create something. As I mentioned, a lot of attention being deployed against Bruce Thornton.
He's 3 for 4 today at the free throw line and has a 25-point game cooking. Bruce Thornton now is in the midst as the first free throw is good. Another 500-point season, which he's made the standard.
Yes, he has.
Yes, Cupps out, Chapman in for Ohio State.
Yeah, I would expect some full court pressure here. 2:32 to go. You're down by 9, maybe 8 if Bruce Thornton could knock this down.
And he does. So 27, matching what he had Tuesday against Wisconsin for Bruce Thornton. Full court pressure on as Michigan State leads 61-53. Now Kohler straddles the timeline, gets the ball center circle to Fears. So the Spartans avoid a violation at the half-court line. 2:19 and counting. It's 61-53 Michigan State. Jeremy Fears, top of the key. Dribbling now on the left point against Thornton. Fears left of the circle, brings it back on the left sideline, goes foul line, falls down with his dribble, but keeps things alive, bounces it where it's poked away and taken away. Bynum has it as Colin White forced the turnover. Bynum will kick it now where it goes in the left corner. Chapman down to Bynum on the left block. Dribbles into the lane, turns, shoots below the foul line. Bynum up, no good. Rebound grab by Cooper, Michigan State.
Yeah, Bynum is just off ball. It's timing. That's something, a play that he normally goes to the basket and scores.
61-53. Spartans a lead in the ball with 1:45 to play in the game. Fears, top of the key, throws left point. Jordan Scott, Michigan State. Scott looking inside, but goes head of the circle. Cooper bounces Kohler down on the left block. Jump hook up and in. Kohler as he drove Bynum to the floor.
That was all Bynum. He tried to draw the foul. I don't think it was nothing there.
9 for Kohler, and it's 63-53 Michigan State, and a foul called as Kohler was guarding on the left side of the forecourt. And a Jackson Kohler, that'll be his 4th personal foul.
Bruce Thornton will go to the line yet again.
And yeah, you talked about Jackson Kohler and that move he made. He certainly tried to cover on the other end after the score. 1:27 to play. It's 63-53 Michigan State.
Yeah, 3 players from Michigan State in double figures right now. It's only Bruce Thornton who will have a chance to put 28 and 29 up for himself.
Yeah, those 3 for the Spartans, 18 for Cooper, 11 for Fears, and 11 for Scott.
Balance.
Yes, sir. First to the 1-1 for Thornton is good for his 28th point.
And Carson Cooper, another double-double here.
Wow. You know, that seems to be, you know, it seems like that's all we see from people. First it was Nolan Winter, now Carson Cooper. Thornton's second foul shot up and no good. And there's a rebound by Kohler. 63-54 Michigan State with 1:22 to play. Jeremy Fears, center circle. Spartans in no hurry here as Fears will keep dribbling against Thornton. Creeps to the right side of the logo, Fears. Still dribbling, gives it up now. Carr back to Fears, top of the key. Shot clock at 13. Fears will drive the left side of the lane, go to the hoop, layup, no good. Rebound grabbed underneath by Thornton of Ohio State, who trails 63-54 with a minute to play. Thornton weaves his way to the foul line. Shot in the lane, good. Bruce Thornton, who's now got 30. So 63-56 Michigan State facing backcourt pressure. And we're going to get a whistle. And Bynum was there trying to deny the inbound. Now, I don't know if he touched the ball before it was being thrown inbound and out of the inbounder's hand. That's a technical foul.
All day long.
And the officials are getting together to talk about this. And again, being far away from the scorer's table, it's hard to tell exactly what's transpiring. They're pointing Ohio State's way.
Yeah, what Michigan State was doing, Jeremy Fears had come from in play to on the baseline, and the pass was being thrown to him from player to player while they were both out of bounds. So
okay, so they're going to be allowed to. They're going to be allowed to re-enter it.
Yep.
It's 63-56 Michigan State. 57 seconds left in the game. Cohen Carr will inbound it and throws it where it's caught by Jackson Kohler. Outlets it to Fears, who's crossed the line on the right side. Fears dribbles all the way now to the free throw line and takes it left side of the floor. So Spartans will work as much time as they care to. Leading 63-56 and 45 seconds left in the game. Fears at the foul line brings it out to center circle now with Thornton on him. Shot clock is at 12. And Fears just standing in the middle of the floor dribbling. 35 seconds left in the game. 6 on the shot clock. Fears takes it down the right side of the lane. Fears gives it underneath where it's knocked loose. Saved. Shot blocked by Tilley away from Kohler. So with 1 second of the shot clock, Michigan State will re-enter the ball.
Ohio State made the decision not to foul. Clearly don't want to do it now.
It's 63-56 Michigan State. Inbound will come from the right corner from Jeremy Fears. Fears looking to throw it in. Looking. He lobs it where it's taken away by Christoph Tilley on the steal. Shovels it up court to Thornton. Down the left side of the lane. Gives it White from low on the right. In the lane to Tilley, who fakes, goes up. Fouled while scoring. Christoph Tilley. Giving him 10 points, and he'll get a free throw.
Yeah, a very patient, fast break there, Paul. A couple of Buckeyes wide open for layups, and Christoph Tilley ended up with the ball and one opportunity here.
Kohler with a foul, his 5th and final. So he'll leave the game with 21 seconds to play. And Christoph Tilley will go to the line where today he's 0 for 2. And again, Ohio State with a struggle at the free throw line today where they were 10 for 16.
Now you're in a position still, even with the make, it's a 2-possession game. So if you're Ohio State, you've got to foul.
Part of the problem with that, they don't have a lot of people.
Yeah, that's true.
Again, the Buckeyes playing without John Mobley and Devin Royal today.
Yeah, Bruce Thornton is yet to commit one.
That's right. So Christoph Tilley will be at the line trying to complete a 3-point play. He's got his 17th double-figure game of the year going now. 76% free throw. Transfer from Santa Clara. Trying to get Ohio State their 59th point. And he misses. Rebound, Cohen Carr, Michigan State.
Sums it up.
Foul committed right away by Colin White.
10 of 17.
Third foul on White.
Yep, 10 of 17 from the line.
Yeah. So with Michigan State leading 63-58, that is team foul number 10 against Ohio State. And Cohen Carr will go to the line, where today he is 1 for 2.
Only 6 turnovers in this game for Ohio State, so they're taking care of the ball, just not effective in putting the ball in the basket.
Carr in the year a 61% free thrower. His first shot here missed. He's got 5 points, but they all came before halftime.
He took a nasty fall early on.
He sure did. Well, sometimes when you get as high up in the air as he does, you're more prone to some of those. He'll left-hand his second free throw up, and no good. Rebound Tilly, Ohio State, who trails 63-58. Thornton speeds up the right side, goes to the hoop from low on the right, lays it up and in from right of the rim. Bruce Thornton giving him 32. And we get a timeout with 14.3 seconds left. It is a 3-point game, 63-60, Michigan State.
Yeah, one possession game now, Paul, as you just called it. But a lot of times late in the game, the defense so concerned about fouling. If you have the mindset as a basketball player to take it to the rim, you can get a score like we just saw from Bruce Thornton, and with limited time coming off the game clock. So if you're Ohio State, you full court pressure, got to foul right away. Hopefully you can foul the worst free throw shooter. Now, if you're Coach Izzo,
if you get Carr out,
take those guys out. And also, if he's in the game, he doesn't come anywhere near the basketball.
14.3 seconds left, 63-60. Michigan State ahead of Ohio State.
And they fought back, made it a one-possession game.
Sure
Here
did.
we are, 14 seconds. Anything can happen.
Back when Michigan State was up by 10. And we keep referencing 2 years ago, Ohio State was down by 10 with about 2 minutes to go, and they came back, and it was a Dale Bonner three-pointer with 0.2 of a second left that gave Ohio State a win.
Man, how can you can't forget the one by William Buford?
Oh, that was
deadly.
That was to clinch a Big Ten title. Tayson Chapman, Colin White, Christoph Tilley, Ivan Yugovin, and Bruce Thornton, the five on the court for Ohio State.
See who's coming out for Michigan State and who's the poorest free throw shooter.
And Jeremy Fears, who's their best free throw shooter at 90%, comes out, along with Carson Cooper, Jordan Scott. Cohen Carr is coming out there, as well as Kerr Tang. Tang's a 90% free throw shooter. Cooper is 76%. Fears, we mentioned, 90%.
You got to foul the freshman, Jordan Scott. He's 69%.
And now Tom Izzo is going to take a timeout. And let's see, for Michigan State, they have one remaining, I believe, and Ohio State has one left.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Jeremy Fears is taking the ball out of bounds. He's their best free throw shooter.
Well,
it might be if he's their best passer, you want to make sure you get it in bounds.
But remember, he leads the nation in assists, so that might be part of the thinking. But
that's it. But if he's inbounding, he can't be fouled.
Correct. And now we see oftentimes they get the ball right back to the inbounder. But I think you're right, Ron. It's surprising that he is. And now maybe that's why Tom Izzo called the timeout.
Well, here's if you're Ohio State, you cannot afford to trap and try to get a steal, because if you don't get that trap, you don't have a lot of time here. So you have got to immediately foul and hope that Michigan State misses on the other end.
63-60. Michigan State with a lead. The largest lead Ohio State's had in this game was 6. Michigan State has been up by as much as 10.
Points in the paint, Ohio State 34, Michigan State 26. Looking at the rebounding, not surprised by that number, 42-25 advantage for the Spartans.
Yep, something that they usually are one of the best in the nation. White, Chapman, Tilley, Bynum, Thornton, the 5 for Ohio State. Fears, Scott, Cooper, Tang, and Carr for Michigan State. And again, Jeremy Fears will be the inbounder on the back baseline, with Bruce Thornton positioned right in front of him defensively. 14.3 seconds left, 63-60. Michigan State the lead over Ohio State in inbounding the ball. Fears running, gives it out of bounds to Jordan Scott, who looks to throw it back in play. Throws where it's caught by Kerr Tang, and Tang is checked by Colin White. Returns at Scott, who's fouled by Tayson Chapman, his 4th.
Ohio State made a decision not to foul Kerr Tang and allowed it to get back to Jordan Scott.
9.8 seconds left. So Scott will go to the free throw line, where today he is 2 for 3 and has scored 11 points. And on the year, a 69% foul shooter. You said it, foul the freshman.
Yeah, you knew that Cohen Carr was not going to touch the basketball.
Double bonus, so Scott will have 2 free throws. First one, got it. His 12th point.
Well, it helps when you go up there from a mental standpoint, Paul, when you know you got 2, guaranteed.
Now he'll shoot for his 13th point. Jordan Scott, free throw. Up, no good. Tilley rebounds Ohio State. 8 seconds left. Buckeyes trail 64-60. Thornton, 3 in the air, right point, in and out. A rebound, Cooper, fouled immediately by Colin White, his 4th. with 2.8 seconds to play.
Thornton got to a spot. Fantastic look, just a little strong. Michigan State appears that they're going to pull this one out.
Yes, it does, as Carson Cooper will go to the line. Young man that is listed at 6'11", but they say his wingspan is 7'5". Cooper today is 4 for 4 at the line and has had a solid game. 18 points as well as 11 rebounds. Kansas' first one for his 19th point. Wasn't that long ago this young man had to wear a face mask because of a facial injury. It's 65-60 Michigan State. Second free throw, Cooper up and in, giving him an even 20 points. 2 seconds left. Buckeyes will inbound it, and that's going to take care of it. A shorthanded Ohio State team falls today in East Lansing to Michigan State, 66-60. The final score. This is Buckeye basketball from Learfield.
For over 37 years, Buckeye Nation has known Hyde Park Prime Steakhouse for serving the best steaks in the city. Our thick-cut, aged steaks are a staple in Columbus, with 3 locations in Upper Arlington, Dublin, and downtown. And just like the Buckeyes, we strive for excellence and an experience like no other. Hyde Park is proud to introduce the newly added wine room at our downtown Columbus location, where a new elegance in dining surrounds you, creating the ideal setting for any occasion or the perfect night out. Hyde Park is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
Attention Columbus. Town Properties just clinched the title of the largest residential property manager in Columbus, thanks to the Columbus Business Journal. With pride, we oversee 25,000 plus households in the Columbus metro area, ensuring fantastic places to call home. Whether you're on the hunt for an exceptional living space, a top-notch association management company, or a property manager for your multifamily portfolio, visit our website at town.properties.com and let us elevate your living experience. Town Properties, always managing great places to live.
Hello, I'm Ross Bjork, Senior Vice President and Eugene Smith Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletics Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donato's, Kroger, The Ohio State University, Wexner Medical Center, Huntington, and 10 TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in our great state through the